That's why I hate debating, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you can't escape it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, or a person that if you specifically speaking on a subject or reviewing a video and y'all get into it a little bit and they say, well then where's your woman? Where's your girlfriend? Why your wife left you? Why you don't answer those questions.
But to be honest with you, but hey, this is where we at because it was a debate about hall pass.
Oh, okay. I kind of struck that up in the in the chat. I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't shit, Crawford. It's all good. We know.
All passes, but let's just say this: we got to give big ups to Joy. She was straight up. Joy was the only woman that just came up and threw her soul to the panel.
Damn, not the soul, Craig.
Y'all know I'm brutally honest.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it though. You saying nobody disrespect? Ain't nobody finna disrespect you, Miss Joy. Hell nah, we're gonna have a conversation. Shit, we're gonna talk about this shit.
What about the flip side to that? What about the woman who's with the married man? The side chick. You know,
that's what I was saying too, Crawford.
You know.
I raised that question too.
The side chick, I would feel, I don't know, my perspective is probably not the norm, but I would think that she would be miserable just getting breadcrumbs.
What your girl don't know she won't hurt.
I guess I didn't understand the question. What was the question, Coffee?
No, it wasn't really a question. I was just basically throwing out there, you know, I'm the person that started the hall pass conversation in the chat, and you answered it, and then you came up to the panel, and then this is why the other women came up because they want to know about that hall pass.
Yeah. Okay.
See, and then it got into the emotional cheating, and it also got into where women don't understand that men will take the hall pass and it may not mean nothing to him, but it may mean something to you. You get what I'm saying? It was just a night of fun for him. And for you, it's like, okay, but you opened the door like Tiana Taylor right here. She opened the door for that. Not saying you did, you know, because you and your husband may have a really good relationship. And most guys that I've talked to that say they have hall passes, they have them like once a year. Their wives let them get a hall pass once a year.
I feel like he had an obligation to be honest with himself and be honest with her in that situation, because naturally, you know, they had a conversation about it before they started all of that. And he should have been honest with himself and her enough to say, hey, I don't think I can handle that, to where I can just only deal with other women with you. I feel like that's going to increase my appetite, and I may want to, you know, dabble when you're not around too, or at least I just don't even want to take that risk, because I feel like, you know, not in every case, but for the majority of cases, I feel like you know what you can and can't handle.
But see, I think that's where the door opening comes in. Like, if you introduce that man to that, he may think that he can handle some things, and then once he's already in it, he finds out, dang, I'm not as strong as I thought I was. So again,
that was when they were supposed to have that conversation, though. So that's just like what we talked about earlier, when she started thinking about, you know, dipping out. That's when it's like, okay, let me sit down with my man, or, you know, whatever, and have that conversation so we can take the corrective actions and do that.
So who introduced who into this situation? I know they sat down and talked about it, but whose idea was it to have another woman in the equation, in the marriage? You know,
I don't know.
Who knows? They probably had all kind of shit going on.
Then when you have, they entertain us, you have different drugs, all kind of substances. Your mind state be completely different. Then when you sober up, your whole what you said was okay may not be okay at that point. So it's just a lot to consider, you know.
Yeah, but
what her name do look like she be getting it in though, boy.
You think they was at them Diddy parties?
I don't know about that, but I think that she's around a whole bunch of people day in, day out, and other beautiful women. You know, I don't really see around a whole bunch of men, but she around a whole bunch of women, beautiful women. So her husband probably see that and like, okay, well, why don't you just bring a couple home?
Yeah,
maybe you're your dancers, you know, and they pick them out, you know, and they think they can handle it, you know.
Go ahead, Chanel.
Hey, this has been going on way before our time, you know what I'm saying? But it's just now coming to the forefront. They've been doing this here for years.
It was against the law in some states in America to do this kind of stuff. And up until 2013 or 14, I think the law in North Carolina was that you can't cheat with somebody else's husband. Even Fantasia was being sued for cheating with somebody else's husband.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's news. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that's news.
Yeah, alienation of affection.
Yeah. Well, women.
Yeah, you going to jail.
Well, see, and that's another thing, though, you know, that people, you know, they get it mixed up. Every state has their own laws.
That's true.
You know, and people get that mixed up because what you do in your state, you can't go in another state and do and think that you're going to get away with what you're doing in your state.
Like out here, Mr. Troy, if you been common law married, as they call it, been with somebody for 10 years, they get a chance to get some of your stuff if y'all break up.
Yeah, see, and that works here. That works here where I'm at.
The best place to get married is in Vegas because they don't have no kind of laws when it comes to divorce.
Can I ask a question?
Vegas don't have no kind of laws for nothing.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
They got the bunny ranch and everything else in this legal.
Not the bunny ranch. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Go ahead, Chanel. Ask a question.
This is just for the men on the panel. If you weren't able to perform, you got erectile dysfunction, and your wife need what she need, is it okay for her to even discuss a hall pass or no?
Let me answer that because I did bring it up in the chat and Drip didn't bring it up.
Oh, nigga.
Chanel said that earlier.
Yeah, he skipped. No, he didn't. He didn't answer it.
Hold on, what happened?
He skipped that shit. Skipped
it. Mentioned that earlier.
I was trying to ask it, but yeah.
This nigga here.
yeah. But let's say this. I think as men, we have to be honest about our situation, our health. You know what I'm saying? You may love the woman, but guess what? What if you can't perform? You gonna hold on to her and make her suffer? You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. A lot of guys don't want to talk about that, but it does happen. You know? Like there's a situation. Go ahead.
I mean,
why take the vow for better or for worse then? Like, why not just avoid the vow? Because that's part of it. That's part of it.
What y'all gonna be, Fred Flintstone and Wilma?
Does your mouth not work anymore?
I have a different mindset with that. Like there are workarounds without a hall pass. I just don't believe in a hall pass.
Well, I ain't talking about the hall pass right now, though. Mo Love, not respectfully, not cutting off. We basically speaking about, you know, some men, you know, how they alpha their way through to a woman. You know, they may have the baddest chick. You know what I'm saying? And she's sticking with him because of what you just said, for better or for worse. But deep down inside, you know, she looking at his friend or looking at somebody else because he not giving her what he needs, which she needs sexually. And a lot of us, and especially, and I'm just being straight up because I got all kind of friends, you know, especially these big boys. They say, "Yeah, man, shit, I just eat it." You know, I say, "Okay, yeah." I said, but you know what? She's gonna get tired of that too. She's gonna want the real anatomy. You know what I'm saying? He's talking that he don't have the equipment to perform. You know.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Chalk say Coffee has no clue about women's sex. Oh my God.
Oh.
Chalk can go to hell. I see that shit down there. Chop is a troll. Just about kind of knowing who she is. Just about. I'm almost close to knowing who the person is.
Fast to say, ED probably came from her bad cook.
It probably did though. Shoot.
Oh my God! Shit.
I still want to know what the rest of the men.
What up, Fast? That's crazy work.
A lot of that stuff do have some, a lot to do with diet, blood flow and all that.
I agree.
But with the men on the panel, give the hall pass or allow that to happen?
They're not giving the hall pass, Chanel. That's why they ain't answering.
Oh, okay.
Look at what Sin 7 said.
I bring it up too because, what if, what Ms. Love was saying is through sickness and health, right? Through richer or better or for worse and all that kind of stuff. That definitely comes up in marriage, at some point or another.
But I am a believer. If you are with someone and you feeling that person, there ain't no passes needed, because you got what it is that you are.
Come on, Troy.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm disagreeing with that. I don't disagree.
You got everything but an orgasm.
Oh.
I really think Chanel is going through this right now.
No, I'm not.
I just feel like you coming with some weird questions.
Okay. She's not going through it. She's not. Okay.
I like what Fasting with Void said. Y'all need to my mindset is just different. Like, we really got to give hall passes, or we can't work around whatever is going on.
But we can't shade the hall pass either, though. We can't shade the hall pass because this shit is going on for sure. I just think everybody move different. That's it. Everybody different.
Do you mean?
No, okay, because you saying about the hall pass, some people like that type of shit. Some people don't. Like,
That's
you got to
true.
be prepped for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like everybody move different. Now, for us, knowing the normal, we like, goddamn, a hall pass, But for the people who do the hall pass, this is normal.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that.
But see what I'm saying? Remember what I said, to each his own, man. Different strokes for different folks, bro.
No,
everybody is not going to agree with everything that what's going on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. See, you do. See, the thing is when you do something and you can get away with it, so you're gonna do it again because you got away with it. You know what I mean? It ain't almost got away with it. You got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you know what I'm
saying? Can I just add something to this?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that earlier, Mr. Oh God, I forget his name. The other guy that's on the panel,
Mr. Troy.
Mr. Troy. I was asking. Remember, we were talking about the emotions and women are more emotional or less emotional, whatever. I firmly believe. I know this about myself. I am not a woman that could emotionally handle something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my husband came to me and was like, I want to cheat, or I found out he was cheating, that would break my whole entire heart.
Yes.
But because we've been married forever, and I do believe in my vows and all of that, I would try to work it out because things happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying to you, Miss Love, not everything is always going to be perfect all the time. And so that's when you got to pray about it. Because I know I've felt like, oh my God, I really want to try this, type of thing before. For sure. Mm-hmm. Grateful to God, because sometimes when you married, you be like that, Bobo. Like, you be like really on the edge of divorce sometimes. That happens, especially when you've been with 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But there's where I felt that way. And then 5 years later, standing talking to my husband or on the beach, whatever, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Go along with, I want a divorce, or I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, or whatever it is. Because in relationships, you have ups and downs. It's not going to be perfect.
Right. Exactly. And you said it, like you said, keeping prayer at the forefront. I have to, because I know me. I know how emotional I can be. Prayer is what helps me to stay aligned and realign as many times as I need to. Right. I don't know where I would be personally without a prayer life.
So let's break this down now, right? Okay, and you guys Yeah. Now because I want to know an answer, and it's open because hey, you guys are all into this like this, and y'all all together. But then when you find the cheating part going on, and it's been, shown and proven to you, why do you guys go ham?
What do you mean? I missed it.
Yeah, me too.
Are
you asking why a woman would have an emotional response to a man cheating? Is that what you're asking?
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all go ham.
You would have an emotional response to your woman cheating. Didn't you say earlier, ain't no way in hell you would be blah, blah, blah? That was your emotional response, and it's right here, right now, sir.
Yeah, you did say that. He said that earlier.
Yeah, what you mean? We're human beings. You would have an emotional.
No, but it was a question.
I said like this: if you care about the person that cheated on you, if you trusted the person that cheated on you, if that person is probably your baby daddy, and you thinking one thing, you think y'all gonna get married or whatever it is, and a lot of women, I ain't never been pregnant, but a lot of women get cheated on even when they pregnant. I just be like, what the is going on? But that's what I think.
And that's considered a hall pass too. 9 months of pregnancy,
almost a whole year.
He go.
Hold on. That's considered a hall pass. Excuse me.
I've heard dudes say that they while the wife was married. While the wife was pregnant.
Really?
I think that's so weird because when I was pregnant, me and my husband, we did it multiple times a day up until I was like 8 months. So
okay,
I'm confused.
Wow.
Hall pass. We getting it in regardless. Let's put these pillows, prop my back up. We good to go.
Yeah.
I feel it, no love. I feel it.
Hey, man, that's just
you gotta get you one of them things that hold your belly up. Yes.
I know that's coming too. Like a lot of cheating does go on when the wife is pregnant,
Shit, man, look. The pregnant pee is different. They say,
hold on, but why are you putting it to when the wife is pregnant?
Drip, how you know?
I'm responding to Cassie. I mean,
well, it's because I said it. I was the one that was like,
I've heard that too, Mo Love. I've heard that too, and I get what you're saying. But some dudes feel like something new while she pregnant. And I know this. I know it may not be
the whole baby though. I'm sorry, Mr. Parker.
Wait, do women cheat when they pregnant?
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
I
cannot imagine.
Cannot be
hold on. When a woman is pregnant, the rule is that it's okay because she can't get pregnant no more.
You would think you would want pregnant peas so you can shoot the club up when you want to.
I've heard dudes say, "Hey man, you ain't never had no pregnant pussy."
Shit, that's what they say.
Yeah, you don't heard.
If somebody else, baby, that is
quit playing now. For real, quit
I
playing
just think that's weird. Yeah, I'm carrying this. And then I'm gonna let you.
That's crazy.
Put the club up inside of me. Like, what's really going on? I cannot.
But women do that though.
They do it, but I think it's weird.
That's too much going on.
You mean the men and the women are doing that? Because
Playboy, hit the link. Good, my bad.
I think it's more weird for the woman though. We get men gonna get it in, however, a lot of times they don't care. But it's worse on the women. I'm sorry. I'm carrying a baby.
No excuses, ma'am. There's two people engaging in sexual activity.
Right, but I'm just saying,
only one person got that baby in them.
It looks more tacky on the woman. I'm carrying a baby and I'm letting these niggas nut in me. That's very disgusting.
I agree with you. I do. But I'm just saying, we can't just be giving passes for them when they doing the things.
I didn't say I was giving a pass. I'm just saying it looks worse on the woman. I'm not giving a pass, but a woman letting a man ejaculate inside of her while she carrying a baby, that just look worse. The guy is out of order too.
Here it is. No. Come on, no. Here it is. It's a celebrity. It's
pregnant hookers make bank. Crazy work.
You know what I'm saying? To where, hey, it's all over YouTube and everything else. It's a celebrity, a basketball wife, to where she had this man thinking that this was his daughter all her life. But she belonged to somebody else because of the DNA.
Yeah, Doug Christie. Yeah.
Sir. Come on.
Wow.
Whoa. Basketball Wives.
Whoa.
What's the name? What's that woman's name for Basketball Wives?
Hey, Doug and
what's that woman's name? Doug Christie wife. What's her name?
Jackie.
Yeah. She's going through divorce.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
She's going to jail because she been a fraud.
She going to jail. It's crazy.
What she do?
I know. What's the tea?
She
told him.
Yeah.
You been stealing?
Scamming.
God damn.
Oh,
She look like a scammer, man. She talk like she slick.
She do look like a scammer.
Well, y'all play
Jackie.
Jackie
home out here in the Sacramento.
I'm following that real tough. I'm following it tough. And actually, I'm going to do content on it.
I can't go too fast.
So that light skinned baby she got, that's not Doug baby.
They grown lady. Yeah, she grown. Yeah.
I know she's grown, but she got a couple kids.
Hold on, let me put
the darker skinned daughter different than the lighter skin.
Right.
How did they find out?
And the light skinned daughter.
He was smart enough to pull a move like, you know what I'm saying, I need a DNA test. Because of
why he wait so long?
Wait a minute, which child is not his?
The girl.
It's two of them. It's two girls. One dark skinned daughter.
It's a girl and a boy.
No, it's two girls.
Yeah, two girls, and I think.
Okay, so Chantel.
Yeah, she going to jail. She got fraud charges, y'all.
Chantel.
Yeah, Chantel, that's her name. Chantel is her name. I'm gonna play the clip in 2 seconds, though. Hold on.
Let me see that. I ain't seen that.
That's crazy, Jackie. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's everybody thought they was the ones that, you know what I'm saying, the ideology of a good goddamn relationship. Yeah, she a whole scammer.
They're talking about Tammy Roman on her food stamps.
Yeah. That's crazy work, huh?
Jackie been. That's why she going to jail.
Straight to the motherfucker.
Superstar Jackie Christie is staring down a mind-blowing $300 million court ruling that could send her behind bars for a decade. Can you even imagine? This isn't just some petty lawsuit. It's a full-blown...
Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, why is she taking so long?
Legal catastrophe that could destroy everything she's built. The Basketball Wives superstar Jackie Christie is staring down a mind-blowing $300 million court ruling that could send her behind bars for a decade. Can you even imagine? This isn't just some petty lawsuit. It's a full-blown legal catastrophe that could destroy everything she's built. If you've ever watched Basketball Wives, you already know Jackie is the queen of controversy. She's bold, she's fierce, she's outspoken, and she's always stirring the pot. Love her or hate her, and trust me, people feel strongly both ways, Jackie knows exactly how to keep everyone talking about her. But honey, this time the drama isn't about cast feuds or petty gossip. It's about a serious legal battle that could snatch her from the spotlight and throw her straight into a cold, hard prison cell. So what in the world happened? Sources close to the situation say Jackie's caught up in a massive fraud case involving hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow.
And Doug got himself up out of there. She tried to fucking blame Doug and tried to pull Doug into this shit. And Doug came with his motherfucking receipts.
You don't got enough money, man. Doug is the plug. Doug is he'll coach out here for the Kings.
Are they still married?
Yeah, they
it's a $300 million lawsuit. Wow.
I'm so confused because it seemed like Doug was so good to her.
No, Doug ain't the problem. She the problem.
Exactly.
And she was cheating on that man.
Yep.
Wow.
Doug was never at home. Doug been doing his little thing.
Oh, really? How you
Well,
know?
I don't know. I'm just saying from what I've seen, it doesn't look like any dirt has come out on him. And every time I seen Doug, it looked like he was always catering to her. From what I saw.
Doug old school.
I told y'all I'm following this shit.
It takes a lot to deal with a woman like that.
The thing coming out now, Doug is supposed to be been fucking around with Evelyn.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Mr. Pro, you got the
anyway, we know Evelyn
for real.
Oh my God!
I'm following this shit like a motherfucker, man.
Oh, we need you to tell. We need you for this segment.
Oh no, I'm gonna pull the clips of it. Hold on, let me see.
You probably even
what the hell is wrong with Evelyn? Evelyn is a beautiful woman, and she just got these issues.
No, but she won't high profile motherfuckers that got money, man. See, you know what I mean? Come on.
You still want to wipe her up.
Now she trying to get wifed up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, she been trying.
That thing used up. Nobody don't want that.
And she's such a drama queen, and her attitude is so bad.
She giving that hall pass for sure to Doug. That's for sure.
He been had one. Doug got him a girlfriend somewhere. Believe you me.
Jackie don't look like a basketball wife.
Didn't Jackie have him on a leash at one time? Like in real life?
She thought she did.
I don't think so. I never.
I thought they said like they was into like the super freaky stuff.
Oh yeah,
I heard that too. Him one time.
Yeah,
I never heard that.
She's just so full of drama. Like, didn't she require a wedding every year?
No,
yes. But see, the thing
she did a renewal of the vows every year.
Yeah, they renewed the vows.
I'm trying to figure out about this other daughter, though. This explains why she treated the other daughter differently than the other.
What other daughter differently?
So
the dark skin one.
Let's play the clip, and then we're gonna play the one with the daughter. This is dealing with the divorce, and then we're gonna play the one with the daughter.
Just happened in Jackie's divorce case. Just when everyone thought things were going in her favor, Doug walked into the courtroom and shared a truth that left everybody in shock. The whole case is falling apart, and the new details might change everything. But here is where it gets even more surprising. What Doug shared is not just about the divorce. It also brings out secrets that Jackie never wanted people to know. This story is about to take a big turn. Divorce cases are often full of emotions, surprises, and drama. But Jackie's case has taken a turn that nobody saw coming. For months, people have been following the legal fight between Jackie and Doug. Both have made strong claims and tried to take control of the situation. Many believe Jackie had a strong case, but everything changed when Doug stepped into court and shared something that turned the whole case upside down. What did Doug say that shocked everybody? How did his words make Jackie's case fall apart? And most importantly, what hidden truths are now coming out? In this video, we will talk about all the details, explain the shocking courtroom moment, and reveal the real reason why Jackie might lose this case. Jackie and Doug were once seen as the perfect couple. Many people admired their relationship. They stood together through good and bad times. But behind closed doors, things were not as perfect as they looked. There had been rumors for months about problems in their marriage. People talked about money issues, trust problems, and even betrayal. When Jackie finally decided...
She must got her a new booty or something, the way she dropping that camera down there like that, because I don't really see nothing. Okay, no.
Jackie been building herself up, man, for years, bro. She had the money to do it.
To end the marriage, it became clear that this was not going to be a peaceful separation.
She do look a little different from the last time I didn't seen that show, though. It's been a minute.
From the start, the case was full of drama. Jackie made big claims and showed Doug as the bad person in the situation. She said he was dishonest, that he misused their money, and that he was trying to control the legal process. At first, it looked like Doug was quiet and not defending himself, while Jackie controlled the story. But everything changed when Doug decided to fight back. Instead of just answering Jackie's claims, he came prepared with proof, documents.
He smacked her? Damn.
I'm talking about with evidence.
Oh,
not literally.
Oh.
Would shake the case. Just when Jackie thought she was winning, Doug's next move changed everything. So, what exactly did Doug share? And why did his words shock everyone in the courtroom? Let us talk about it, because this is where things get even more interesting. For weeks, the media showed Doug as the quiet and weak husband. Jackie controlled the story that people heard. Every interview, every court paper, and every post on social media made her look like the victim. She wanted people to believe she was the one who had been hurt, used, and lied to. Meanwhile, Doug said nothing. He stayed away from the media and did not argue with Jackie in public. Many people thought his silence meant he was guilty, or that he had no way to prove Jackie wrong.
He know how to handle himself. That's what that is. He knew how to handle himself.
Yeah, he's a professional.
Yeah, he went out there with all that bullshit.
And one thing I can say, like, just from watching Jackie, she seems to be a control freak.
Yeah, that too. I can see that too.
And with a woman like this, and how she carried on TV.
Yeah, but see what he did though, he knew her moves already. You know what I'm saying? And what she did, she underscored him. By her underscoring him with the information that he fucking have, you know what I'm saying? She discredited and thought that she just gonna go in there and do what the fuck she gonna do to bring him down. Now because she making it about him.
Right.
So now it's not about him. You've been doing this shit all this motherfucker all along, period. She got kicked off the show, bro.
Goddamn, Mr. Trump. Hold on. First place, Sneak. God damn it. Oh, fuck.
Some believed he was too scared to speak. Others thought he was just staying away from the drama. But in reality, Doug was planning his next move. He was not just sitting quietly. He was working with his lawyers, collecting important information, and waiting for the right time to speak. His plan was simple. He let Jackie talk and control the story for a long time. She became too sure of herself. She made big claims without knowing that very soon, everything she said would be questioned. What she did not know was that Doug had been keeping records, bank statements, messages, emails, and legal papers. That would prove her wrong. Doug's team worked hard behind the scenes. They looked at financial records, messages between Jackie and her team, and even spoke to people who knew them both. They found proof that would not just defend Doug, but also show that Jackie was not telling the full truth. And when Doug finally spoke, he did not just deny Jackie's claims. He showed clear proof that Jackie had been twisting the truth all along. But that was not even the most shocking part. Doug did not just defend himself. He shared something that nobody expected. When he presented his proof in court, everything changed in an instant. Jackie, who had been confident all this time, suddenly saw her case fall apart in front of her. The courtroom was silent. Everyone thought it would be another normal day in court, where Jackie's lawyers would once again make Doug look bad. Jackie sat at her table, sure that she was still in control. She had been winning public support, shaping the media story, and keeping Doug on the defensive. But then, something unexpected happened. Doug's lawyers stood up and, with a calm but powerful voice, told the court something that left everyone in shock. Doug's lawyers stood up and made an announcement that changed everything. He said they had new evidence, something that would not only prove Jackie's claims were false, but also reveal a hidden side of the case that no one had seen before. The judge...
Okay, when we gonna get to the
drag this shit? God damn. 20 minutes of, yeah, and then they would say something so shocking that you never believe. Like, girl, get to the point.
Right.
Jeez.
Allowed Doug's legal team to continue, and what happened next left everyone in shock. Doug's lawyers started by addressing Jackie's biggest accusation, that Doug had mismanaged their money and was hiding funds to avoid giving her a fair share in the divorce. Jackie had told everyone that she was left in a bad financial situation because Doug had secretly taken money from their accounts, hidden funds, and made decisions without her knowledge. To the public, it seemed like Jackie was only fighting for fairness after many years of marriage. But Doug was ready. His legal team showed a series of financial records, bank statements, wire transfers, and tax documents that told a completely different story. These records proved that it was not Doug who had been handling money dishonestly. It was Jackie. The evidence showed that Jackie had been taking out large amounts of money from their joint accounts long before the divorce even started. The documents also revealed a pattern of excessive spending, luxury vacations, designer shopping sprees, and expensive purchases that Doug supposedly knew nothing about. the courtroom fell silent. Jackie's confident expression started to change, but Doug was not finished yet. His lawyer then presented text messages and emails, conversations between Jackie and her financial advisors. In these messages, Jackie admitted to moving money around and even discussed ways to make it look like Doug was the one mismanaging their finances. These messages directly contradicted everything she had said in court. At that moment, whispers spread through the courtroom. The image of Jackie as a victim was beginning to break apart. The judge looked carefully at the evidence, and Jackie's lawyers quickly tried to object, but the damage had already been done.
They said that she had figured out a way to move the money around and make it look like he was mismanaging the money.
Yeah, but if you look at the way that they put the pictures up, he cool with everything that's going on because he already know. I'm waiting on you. He's smiling and everything, the way everything going on. I'm waiting on you because I already know where you're getting ready to go.
That's crazy.
Not only defended himself, he had completely turned the case in his favor. And just when it seemed like things could not get any worse for Jackie, Doug's lawyer took a deep breath and said, "But there is more." What could be more shocking than financial deception? What was the next piece of evidence that left the entire courtroom in disbelief? As the courtroom remained silent after the financial proof Doug had just shown, Jackie sat frozen. Her usual confidence was fading. But Doug's lawyer was not done yet. He adjusted his tie, looked at his client, then turned back to the judge. "Your Honor," he said, "we have one more very important piece."
Hold on, real quick. Look at that nigga hairline.
Yeah. Hey, remember they showed it when he had a hair.
Yikes. You already got that extra nugget in the back, like.
Jackie want the blood, nigga.
If you look at that picture right there, you see he like, what the fuck? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
He does look like that. He does.
That nigga look like handsome Squidward right now. Like,
hey, you know,
he does. They do favor.
He didn't give a fuck about his hairline then. He listened to what the fuck she talking about. Bitch, what the fuck you talking about? That's what, like, for real? You doing this? Okay, I got you.
Dang.
That nigga look like the skull from Hamlet.
Oh my God. Who walked up to Lisa? I can't.
This nigga.
Already.
All right, my bad.
He lost his hair because of all the shit that he done dealt with her ass.
Right.
His hairline started receding.
We all know it's genetic.
I have to agree. That's probably the reason he pulled all his hair out. Yeah, he pulled his hair out.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you see, he lost everything on the top. He lost it all. It's all gone. So now he got to wear a bald head. You know what I mean? I got to keep my head clean because I ain't going to get no hair on the top because this motherfucker is... Woo.
Look at where it's dark at. Imagine if he did have hair in just those places and the rest of it was bald and shiny. Child, that would be a sight.
Yeah, hey, quit playing with the play. You know what I'm saying? See, in that picture, he already knew what was going on already then, but he just sitting there looking at her like, go ahead, do what you're doing.
Tanika, can your man get a man unit? Does his head look like Christy, Mr. Christy?
I think he...
Come on, Tanika, come on. Come on, Tanika.
I'm gonna hit play.
It is directly related to Jackie's honesty and the claims she has made in this case. The weight of those words sent a wave of tension through the room. Jackie's legal team whispered among themselves, clearly not expecting what was coming next. Jackie shifted uncomfortably in her seat. She had spent months making Doug look like the bad person and herself as the innocent victim. But what if she was hiding something even bigger? Doug's lawyer reached into a folder and pulled out a thick stack of papers. Your Honor, these are sworn statements along with proof that show Jackie has not been completely honest about her finances or her personal life. The room became even more tense. Doug's lawyer continued, for months, Jackie has accused my client of financial dishonesty. But these documents prove that Jackie herself has been involved in financial misconduct far worse than anything she has accused Doug of. The judge signaled for him to continue. Jackie clenched her fists as she stared ahead, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Then came the biggest shock of all. Doug's lawyer took a deep breath and said, we have evidence that Jackie has been secretly transferring money into hidden accounts under a different name. Not only that, but she has been using those funds to support a lifestyle that completely goes against the claims she has made in this courtroom. Gasps filled the room. Even the court reporter, who had stayed neutral throughout the trial, looked surprised. Doug's legal team then presented bank statements that connected Jackie to hidden offshore accounts. The documents also revealed that she had been secretly buying properties that Doug never even knew about. While she had publicly claimed that she was struggling financially because of Doug, these records prove that she had actually been moving large amounts of money for years. Jackie's lawyer immediately objected, saying that the evidence was not relevant. But the judge allowed it to be added to the case. Jackie's face showed panic. She had built her case on the idea that Doug had left her in financial trouble. But now the proof in front of the court was telling a complete...
For real?
What you said?
No, I'm reading her face and I'm just commenting
on
it.
On the panel snoring. On the panel snoring.
For real, look at her.
Completely different story. And just when it seemed like things could not get worse for Jackie, Doug's lawyer pulled out yet another set of documents. Your Honor, in addition to financial misconduct, we also have strong evidence that Jackie has been involved in a personal scandal that she desperately wanted to keep hidden. What could this new evidence be? How much more was Jackie hiding? The courtroom was about to witness yet another shocking twist. Jackie had kept something hidden from the court, but now the truth was about to come out. The entire courtroom sat in silence, waiting to hear what could possibly be more shocking than the financial deception that had just been revealed. Jackie's face turned pale. She knew what was coming. She leaned toward her lawyer, whispering something urgently, but it was too late. Doug's lawyer continued. We have multiple eyewitness statements, along with private messages that prove Mrs. Jackie was involved in an affair while she was still married to my client. The courtroom exploded with reactions. Jackie had worked so hard to make herself look like the victim, the loyal wife who had been betrayed by an unfaithful and dishonest husband. But now, everything had changed. Doug's legal team had found a series of messages between Jackie and another man, proving that she had been secretly seeing him while she was still legally married. And it did not stop there. The evidence also showed that she had used their shared money to pay for private trips, luxury gifts, and expensive meetings with the man she was seeing. The courtroom fell silent again. Jackie's lawyer quickly stood up and requested a break, clearly desperate to find a way to fix the situation, but the damage had already been done. The judge, who had seemed supportive of Jackie's case at first, now looked at her differently. His expression showed that he was seriously recanting everything she had claimed. Doug sat calmly, watching as everything unfolded. He had waited for the right moment to strike, and now the truth was out in the open. But what does this mean for Jackie's case? Can she recover from this disaster? The court...
What you said?
He looked like, I got your ass. Got you. I'm going off the pictures. I'm just commenting off the pictures. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they keep cycling through the same ones, but that's adding insult to injury.
Look at this hairline, though. Hey, Shanika, look at this hairline. He had been going through this shit for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no hair on the top of his head. You know what I mean? Look at it.
But some men do bald early, though.
No, he didn't bald early. He bald way before it was time for him to ball because of the stress that he was going through with her that he knew, but he refused to give up.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't understand how you can be losing your hair on the top of your head and have mustache. Like, why is your hair on your face?
Where did that come from?
I'm just saying that. I'm just looking at stuff. Sorry.
Chanel, you funny.
Now, hey, Doug lost his hair years ago, and he has been bald for years because he knew in the beginning, but he just stuck there. That's what it is. I'm following this story. He stood there because he knew what was getting ready to go down, and she did not know. She thought he was slow to the beat. And now he kept all the receipts.
Yeah, it's one thing to have another boo, right? Like in a marriage, but it's way worse when you have secret accounts. You low-key taking care of this man, going on different vacations. Like she was doing too much.
What job did she have to be taking care of the man?
Yeah, that's a lot. And then playing victim, like that's crazy.
He an NBA star, you know what I mean? You know, he ain't in the top 50, but he an NBA star. So, hey, he had the money already because of his contracts over the years that he played.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he had the money. He still do got the money.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why he ain't going to be touched. But she's trying to get that money from him to pay off what she has fucked up. At the end of the day. So she thinking divorcing him, it's going to be an open and closed case. No.
Still going to find him a white woman after that.
No, he
ain't. No, don't say that.
No. I'm not going to go that far at the end of the day because now it's surfacing to where he's been having a secret affair with Evelyn Lozado.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. Now pull that up. That's what I want to see.
I don't believe that. Y'all believe that?
So was it proven that the other baby wasn't his? Was that also a secret?
No, he was the one that presented the DNA test.
Oh, okay.
He presented it. And that was also in the court records.
Yeah, because Jackie often treated their other daughter different than the other one.
And the killing part about it is to where it came out to be is somebody that Doug knows.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He had a baby and it's not Doug.
Sin 7 said he's not innocent.
She said, let's not paint a picture of him sitting at home all innocent. It's not that. It's the fact that she painted a picture as if she's innocent and she's not. Right. It's one thing to like do your dirt and you just do your dirt. It's another thing to try to go to the courts like this man has done you so wrong. Whole time you dirty too. So it's kind of weird.
The crazy part is with her attitude and everything, the courts ain't gonna believe this woman. Look at her whole messed up disposition.
Look at the point of this man raising this child to where he thinking that it's his, and he found out that it ain't his. That girl does not belong to him.
So he was thinking the whole time that was his baby. See, that's a whole nother level of hurt. That right there, I think that's so wrong when women do that. Like, you know that there's a possibility that it could be another father, and you're not woman enough to take accountability and say, I messed up, this may not be your baby. That's crazy.
Yeah. Especially for the child.
Right.
All these years and wrong into grown womanhood. You know what I mean? This has been a secret for over 21 years. You know, past her fucking grown age for her to get out here on her own.
Yeah.
So the daughter knows that she's not Doug's daughter?
I don't know.
That's so wrong though, for her to, I don't know, like you said to the child. That child deserves to know who the daddy is if the mama know. I mean, I don't know.
But it's coming out that she been knowing all along too. Because her mama told her.
And I think the daddy deserves to know that he's the daddy. If he don't know.
Oh, he knew too. He know too. But they kept it hush hush for all of these years.
Facts, Vic. You're right about that. Doug is a smart man.
Oh, he said you have to stay in a relationship for a certain amount of time to build a case. Okay.
Hey, you know what? And let me explain that part to you, because I'm going to speak on it on a man point of view. See, because we always going to be an underdog. We always underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
So he stayed there, you know, because he seen her burying herself.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen her burying herself, but at the end of the day, I'm going to win.
Right.
That's what he did.
So since that, if he raised her, should he feel any different?
I don't think he should. I think he probably
about the child.
like that's the daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Not about the child. It's definitely not about the child. It's about how trifling Jackie was in the situation.
Yeah, then on top of that, that daughter, she already messed up. You know, she got some emotional issues.
I would imagine that it would have an effect, though.
But see, now, you know.
But if he loves her and is taking care of her, I get that. But I'm saying I can imagine how hurt this man is. That is so wrong. How dare you make this man think that's his baby? Whole time you trifling. That's another man's child. Like, you robbed the child of the opportunity to know her father growing up. That's wrong.
Yep.
But she know who her dad is. She know who her dad is. She know Doug was not her dad.
But she may not have known that growing up, is what she's saying.
Wow.
But she lived because she was living a lavish lifestyle.
But she may not have known that, is what we're saying. There's a chance. So you know for sure the daughter knew the whole time? Just Doug was on that.
Hey, shit, the thing I'm doing, you know. Hey, Doug put so much into that girl, you know what I'm saying? Now, see, this is where people get it all fucked up and talking about how it is that, you know, what people are supposed to feel. That is the most hurtful, excuse me, Drip, on your show, but damn, that's the most hurtful shit in the world, to be racing somebody and you find out it's not mine.
I mean, even after like 20-something years.
I have given you everything. That's what I'm talking about. But where is the feeling for the man? You know what I mean? Like, I done this for all these years to find out it's not mine, and I've given you everything. You got the world.
I cannot imagine how he feels. Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing he's probably feeling just as bad as the daughter.
That's crazy, and she's been doing this for years. She's been doing this for years.
You can kind of look at Jackie and
but
tell.
then now that he want to cut everything off, he's the bad guy.
Who said he was the bad guy? I don't think this is.
You know, hey.
I'm saying I don't think at least the people on the panel the consensus seems to be that we're in kind of this corner. Jackie's going.
No, he's saying what she has done was run to the court. You know, like some women do. You know, they run to the court, but he already beat her to the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I'm the man. Nobody ain't gonna believe you, Jackie. Your reputation is already pretty tainted. You know.
And the toilet, yeah.
And what's the other lawsuit for it? Like she could be facing prison for what exactly?
She getting ready to go to jail, and she got a fucking $300 million fine on her ass because she didn't scam. Go ahead.
Room battle is not over yet, but one thing is clear. Things will never be the same again. Now, let us look at how Jackie's legal team tried to fix the damage and whether there is anything left for her to save in this case. The moment the courtroom heard about Jackie's secret bank accounts and her alleged affair, chaos broke out. People started whispering, and even the judge had to call for silence multiple times. Jackie, who had walked into court with confidence, now looked completely shaken. Her strong defense was falling apart right in front of everyone, and she knew that if she did not act fast, she could lose everything, not just the case, but also her reputation. Her lawyer quickly stood up. "Your Honor," he said, trying to stay calm but clearly feeling the pressure. "I request a break so that we can carefully review this evidence and respond properly." Doug's legal team smirked. They knew exactly what was happening. Jackie's side had never expected Doug to fight back with such strong proof. They had spent the entire case making Doug look like the bad person, the liar, the one with secrets. But now, the tables had turned, and Jackie's team was struggling to keep up. "Request denied," the judge said firmly. "We will continue to address these claims now." Jackie's face turned even paler. She turned to her lawyer, whispering something urgently. Everyone in the courtroom could see what was happening. She was trying to find a way out of this mess, but nothing was working. Her lawyer cleared his throat, adjusted his tie, and spoke again. "Your Honor, this is a clear attempt to attack my client's character. The other side is making false claims just to distract from the real issue, Doug's financial dishonesty and his failure to take care of his responsibilities during the marriage." Doug's lawyer did not even blink. "False claims," he repeated, raising an eyebrow. "We have sworn statements, verified bank records, and messages that prove Jackie's financial misconduct. And on top of that, we have solid proof that she was having an affair while she was still married." The judge looked directly at Jackie's legal team. "Do you have any objections to the authenticity of these documents?" Jackie's lawyer hesitated. He glanced at his client, who looked panicked. She needed more time to come up with a way to explain everything. We need time to verify these claims, Your Honor." Doug's lawyer just smiled. He knew Jackie's team was running out of options. Doug's lawyer shook his head. "Your Honor, if these claims were false, Mrs. Jackie would have denied them immediately. Instead, her legal team is asking for more time because they are trying to find a way to change the story. That alone tells us everything we need to know." The courtroom tensed up again. The truth was, Jackie's side did not have an immediate response. And in a case like this, how people saw the situation mattered a lot. If the judge and the public started believing that Jackie had lied about her finances, misled the court, and had an affair while making Doug look like the bad person, then her entire case could fall apart. Jackie's last attempt to save herself seeing no way out, Jackie suddenly stood up. It was a bold move that even surprised her own lawyer. "I have something to say, Your Honor," she announced, her voice shaking a little. The judge allowed it, and all eyes turned to her. Jackie took a deep breath, clearly trying to stay in control. "This entire case has been about the truth."
What y'all think?
It's a lot.
Guilty. And the thing is when it comes to me, you know what I'm saying? It's not, see, women always, and I'm not just, I'm speaking off experiences. always want to be on top. And they thinking they smarter than us men. He sat here and he did his homework and his paperwork, and it's been proven. Now, hey, he in the clear.
Is it women or is it just people in general that want to be on top? It just happens to be a woman in this scenario.
I'm talking about this situation.
Okay.
A difference. You know what I mean? Because she's been living a lavish lifestyle. By her living the lavish lifestyle that she's been living, he's okay, he just going along. You know what I'm saying? But he did his homework. And he brought the paperwork to court. So when I say be careful what you do, because first of all, let me put this out here. When it comes to us as a people, and I had a live about this, why we so busy trying to knock each other? We busy want to beat up on each other, but we ain't paying attention to, everything else that's going on. You know what I mean? Eggs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about eggs. You know what I mean?
Did you say eggs like scrambled eggs or eggs like eggs?
Hey, take egg however you want to take egg. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, he's talking about how expensive eggs are right now, I think.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, they're $12 out here, $12.99 for a dozen.
$13.47.
I ain't seen none of them prices. I don't know.
But then, we been
check the back.
Eggs. Come on, man. Come on. We struggling with the eggs, but then look at what's going on with what's being presented. They got money and they don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Eggs? Shit.
Eggs. Yo.
Hey, the thing is that it's finna get really worse and it's finna get really bad. And we're not paying attention to how bad it's really finna get. Everybody wanted Trump in there, right? Trump in there because Trump gave us some money.
No, everybody didn't want Trump in there.
Man, these niggas would sell their soul for a Trump check.
Come on, man. All of it.
Hey, for real.
A name everyone knew.
All of it. Okay. Just the link right here, Shanique. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, real quick. It's 77 people watching. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button.
God dang.
Hit that super chat, super sticker 99¢. Donate to the Chick-fil-A fund. And you
99. Man, look. We've been going for a long time. Y'all be popping out shit and everything. Send a cash app, send a super chat. Somebody dial 911 or something. Goddamn shit. Let's see. Lord Jesus.
From Basketball Wives. But this time, she wasn't making headlines for reality TV drama. No scripted fights, no on-screen feuds. This was real, and it was much darker. Court documents revealed that Jackie faced up to 10 years in prison and a staggering $300 million court ruling. At first, fans refused to believe it. How could someone who always seemed in control, who built a brand as a powerful businesswoman, end up in such a mess? But the deeper people looked, the worse it got. You won't believe what really happened. Jackie had spent years crafting her image, fierce, successful, and unstoppable. Outside of reality TV, she presented herself as a boss, a woman who knew how to make money and keep it. She wasn't just Doug Christie's wife. She was an entrepreneur, an investor, a mentor. She had businesses in real estate, fashion, consulting, and even mentorship programs where she claimed to help others build wealth. But behind the glamorous life, whispers started. People who once admired her began questioning if everything was as perfect as it seemed. Then came the bombshell, a massive lawsuit worth $300 million. At first, it seemed like just another celebrity legal dispute. Rich people suing each other, nothing new, right? But this wasn't just a financial disagreement. This was fraud, deception, and potential prison time. Investors accused Jackie of misleading them, promising high returns on business deals that never existed, and using their money to fund her lavish lifestyle instead. Some even claim she faked documents, making her business.
Hold on, y'all.
Come on, yeah.
Hold on. 1 second.
Come on with it, man.
Put your hands together for my motherfucking friend.
Diva in the building.
Good day. What happened to my intro?
I'm actually redoing it. Look, don't come up here with no goddamn picket fist demands. Shit, goddamn it.
I gotta get straightening first off.
Straightening.
Hey, let me tell you, you know what? When I come to drill, I ain't even got no intro.
Man, look, I got you. Shit,
Who is
you
you?
say so, Lord
I ain't
Jesus.
even got no damn intro.
Who is you?
Lord Jesus. She say,
Make him an intro and make it a old Negro spiritual.
no way, not an old Negro spiritual. Lord,
We carry
boy, the shit at 5 in the morning.
carry me
Lord, not a Negro spiritual, but I'm stupid. Lord Jesus, God damn. Not the Negro spiritual, bro. It's a crazy word. But nah, I'm actually tuning up a bunch of them. Really, that's why, because I just think I could put a little bit more into them. So yeah, it's coming.
I want the purge siren the whole time.
Oh no, you know what it was? I'm making the one with you and
me and Shanika?
head girl right here for the FAMU thing. Yeah.
Hey, Shanika.
Hey, good morning.
Oh Lord. The rattlers, yeah, that was y'all call it, little rattlers.
Absolutely.
Well, it really should have been the little rascals, but we're gonna press play on this.
Why you gotta add the little?
So, Diva, have you been following this case or?
No, I'm super surprised. I didn't even know they were getting divorced.
Me too. I seen it like about a week ago and really didn't pay no attention to it, thinking it was just the blogs. But nah, this shit been going on.
Yeah, Jackie ass crazy.
Yeah, she got her own transformation and she thinks she bad and bougie.
I've been following this.
See, Miss Troy, this is what I think went on. This is what I think happened. Hold on, Miss Troy. Let me tell you what I think. Now look, this is Drip's theory. I think when women get bad and bougie with these enhancements and these makeovers, I think they get too big for the program sometimes. And they be wanting other niggas that ain't ever talked to them before in life. Now they just blown away by it. So now they going on anything. I'm dead ass serious. I think they get too big headed and they not trying to settle for the same shit no more.
All right, but hey Drip, how do you explain all of these years about a baby that ain't yours?
Well, now see, that's something totally different. Yeah, for sure. I got you.
Wait, which child is in here? The girl or the boy?
The girl, Chantel.
The
girl, Chantel is not here.
Oh.
Wait, not her oldest daughter, because we knew that, right? But the one that we thought was his daughter, right?
Chantel.
See, I don't
know no damn Chantel. Sir, I'm not talking to you. Can you please be quiet?
Who is Chantel?
Which one is Chantel? Chantel is the light-skinned one, because remember, she like mistreated and like really didn't raise the dark-skinned one. That was the oldest one. So Chantel is the light-skinned one, right? Because that's the one we thought was the daughter. Okay,
the light skin. Okay, see, I don't know all of it. Like, I know Mr. Troy was talking this shit earlier about it, and he was kind of following it, but I didn't know which daughter it was for sure. Okay. So I didn't know for sure. Let's see.
Hey, Chantel, the oldest one.
Okay, that's the bright one, Mr. Troy, or that's the dark one?
No, that's the dark one. If that's the oldest one.
See, I'm thinking it was a bright. See, I'm way off. All right, hold on. Let's see.
Businesses look profitable when In reality, they were drowning in debt. But here's where things got even messier. Jackie didn't just scam strangers. Some of her alleged victims were former NBA affiliates and entertainment executives, people who had money, power, and resources to fight back. They weren't going to let this slide. They teamed up, gathered evidence, and took Jackie to court. And when the case finally reached trial, the truth started unraveling faster than anyone expected. Inside the courtroom, things got intense. Prosecutors came armed with bank statements, emails, and testimonies that painted Jackie in a very different light. The most shocking part, one investor claimed that Jackie personally reassured them that their money was safe, even when she knew her business was failing. That changed everything.
Why is she throwing up the H? Look at that.
What once seemed like a bad business decision now looked like intentional fraud. The court didn't hold back. Jackie was hit with the $300 million judgment, and legal experts warned this was just the beginning. Now, you might be thinking, okay, she lost a lawsuit, but that doesn't mean she's going to jail, right? Well, here's where it got even crazier. This wasn't just about money anymore. Jackie's case caught the attention of state prosecutors, and they started digging deeper. What they found, major red flags. This wasn't just a civil lawsuit anymore. It was turning into a criminal investigation. Jackie tried to defend herself. She claimed she was being targeted because of her success, that this was just a misunderstanding.
But what did she do? Like, what did she do to bring in money besides that show?
She had fraudulent businesses that was taking money from people.
Investors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't she have some type of cognac or something at one point?
Oh, did she?
Damn.
I think so.
So is that fraud too, or like did she really have the product, bro?
I have no clue.
Embezzlement.
She embezzled everything that she was doing. Embezzled.
Embezzled. What up, Dr. Corner? Wow, embezzled, huh? Yeah. She looked 30 years younger than the last time I'd seen that show.
That's probably all.
You know what? Hey, bro, she got kicked off the show, bro. Hey, the show
Makeup surgery, everything.
I don't even know about surgery because her neck was looking a mess for a minute.
They didn't want to have no responsibility.
Did you see her neck?
Her neck?
Yeah.
Her neck was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Definitely look different here. So.
Hold on, let me see.
That people were jealous. But the evidence kept piling up. Some sources even hinted that Jackie had continued taking investor money, even after she knew her businesses were collapsing. If that was true, it wasn't just fraud. It was something much worse. The courtroom was silent as the judge read out the ruling. Jackie sat motionless, her face a mix of shock and disbelief. The $300 million judgment was bad enough, but now whispers of criminal charges were growing louder. Prosecutors weren't satisfied with just taking her money. They wanted prison time. Jackie had spent years playing the role of a powerful businesswoman, but now the same confidence that made her famous was working against her. People saw her as a master manipulator, someone who knew exactly what she was doing.
Damn, Doug, you wasn't even paying attention, but Doug wasn't even there like that.
Hey, Cat Williams, everything, all lies is gonna come out in 2025.
That's what he said, Mr. Troy. Goddamn.
Did he say that last
all
year?
Lies.
Oh Lord, he said 2025. Everything coming out. He said everything.
I thought he said that in 2024.
No. He said it in 2024 on Shay.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like 2025. Everything coming out. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Troy. You got it. Go ahead.
Everything, all lies is going to be exposed. They're going to be exposed, and they're not going to be able to react to the exposure of all of these lies.
God damn it, Mr. Troy.
I'm sorry, that funny.
Hello.
Investigators started retracing her steps, digging through years of financial records, emails, and business deals. What they uncovered only made things worse. There were dozens of investors. Some lost hundreds of thousands. Others lost millions.
What up, Shiesty?
Some of them were former friends and business partners who had trusted Jackie completely. One woman who had once called Jackie a mentor broke down in court, claiming she had lost everything because of her.
Wow.
Then came the biggest revelation. Investigators discovered that Jackie had allegedly used investor money for personal expenses, luxury vacations, designer shopping sprees, expensive gifts, and even home renovations. A forensic accountant testified that millions had been transferred from business accounts to Jackie's personal bank account, money that was supposed to be invested. The courtroom gasped when the prosecution presented receipts, wire transfers, and even text messages that suggested Jackie knew exactly what she was doing. Jackie's defense team tried to argue that it
goddamn
was
lucky.
all a misunderstanding.
Doug ass lucky. She say she should have invested in a line of turtlenecks.
Shit, that what's going on, bro?
Not turtlenecks.
What up, Shiesty?
Doug smart. Shit. I'm glad his name wasn't on that shit.
Why they
Boy, your ass through.
About Doug and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. No, Doug did what Doug did his homework.
So you think Doug knew the whole time, Mr. Troy?
To be honest with you, yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I ain't gonna say damn like that because it's a lot of niggas know a lot of shit that's going on with their women and they don't say shit about it.
But see the thing,
and vice versa.
Doug seen the shit coming before it happened.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He seen it before it happened, so he prepared himself for it because come on. If you look at it, come on.
She thought she had a friend. God damn. She thought she had a friend. Lord Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? I ain't the friend that you thought that I was because I see your moves and the way that you move it. Come on. Hey, bro, at the end of the day, come on now, let's make it make sense, right? We done seen other people go down for dumb shit, right? You think I'm finna go down for the dumb shit that you doing and I already know to where it's been exposed? I'm not going with you, but then I'm going to sit there and I'm going to let you kill yourself. That's what he did.
So, do you think he had another relationship going on? That's why he didn't really give two fucks about it?
The relationship part, I cannot comment on that, and I cannot give you that. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real.
I can't give you that. But he knew shit to where he bringing the shit the way he bringing it the way it is.
Let's see what they say. Hold on.
Understanding that she had made bad business decisions, but she never intended to commit fraud. They claim she had been misled by her own financial advisors and that she too had suffered massive losses, but the jury wasn't buying it. The prosecution pointed out that even as her businesses were failing, Jackie continued to live a lavish lifestyle, taking money from new investors just to cover up the losses of old ones. At this point, the case took a dramatic
This sounds like some DJ Envy shit. Okay.
turn. Prosecutors introduced wire fraud and conspiracy charges, which meant Jackie was now facing up to 10 years in prison. If convicted, this wouldn't just be a financial scandal, it would be one of the biggest fraud cases in celebrity history. The media swarmed outside the courthouse, cameras flashing as Jackie walked past reporters, avoiding eye contact, refusing to answer questions. Her once loyal fans were now divided. Some still supported her, believing she was being unfairly targeted, while others
TMKC say Ponzi scheme.
Felt betrayed. Social media exploded with reactions. Some called her the Black Widow of business, a woman who trapped investors with false promises and left them bankrupt. Others compared her to Bernie Madoff, the infamous Ponzi scheme mastermind.
Wow.
The more details that came out.
She was cold like that? Look at them eyes. She the devil. Look at them goddamn eyes.
That's some serious shit, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy to say that. Bernie Madoff was doing that stuff over decades. That nigga was doing that for at least 30 years, and they gonna try to compare her to him. Cut it out.
Well, she might have been cold. She might have been just that one.
Crazy.
No,
absolutely crazy.
She took a
300 million is nowhere near what Bernie Madoff got off the people over 30 years. Cut it out. Cut it out.
No. She took a page out of this book.
Okay, she probably tried to follow the scheme.
You know what?
Oh Lord Jesus. Oh no. Lord and Jesus. Hold on, let's play the video, boy. Here we go. Sniper game.
Now, the harder it became to defend her. Then, a former business partner stepped forward with a shocking confession. He claimed that Jackie had once bragged about how easy it was to convince people to invest in her. That all she had to do was flash her.
Man, she got work done. Look at this face. This wasn't the face on Basketball Wives back in the day when what's his name? God damn. Boy, I tell you the truth, boy. Look at this shit here.
Did she lose weight too?
Man, she got work done, a lot of it too.
Yeah.
She got a shitload of work done, man. She don't look like, man, what? She looks so young now. I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right.
So what she think she's gonna look like when she go to prison?
With no weave? Who knows? Shit.
All that shit off now.
Yeah. She want to grow a hair.
No, because you gonna get a mugshot.
She gonna have to grow a hair.
Do y'all think that she'll do prison time though?
Yes, she is.
I don't know. I mean, if they convict her, and then it depends. The judge may suspend, everything. Why I said, oh my God! Brooke, did you get my cash out?
I got you.
She gonna do time. You know why she gonna do time?
Hell no.
She got to be. She's going to go.
That's funny.
Hold on, Mr. Joy. Hold on, Mr. Joy. Hold on. So you think when I sneak almost I can't stand you right now.
The 85 people watching, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Drop y'all links.
No, for real, come on.
So hold on. So Ms. Troy, you think hold on, Ms. Troy, you think she actually took that much money? How much money do you think she took?
Everything they said that they ate.
Vote with me one more time. You do.
Oh.
It be like that sometime. You got you about 10 minutes in the back game. What up, staying in the building? Staying in the building.
I didn't even notice that.
With you. I cannot.
Yes,
what up, Stan?
Hey, Stan.
Yeah, how you that invested at that age in women business? Go sit down for a minute, sir. Go sit down for a minute.
I feel like shaking breaking. Lord Jesus, that ain't a good feeling. Lord Jesus. That ain't a good feeling. Oh shit, hold on. Let's play this video. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Reality TV fame and act like she knew everything. This testimony crushed her defense. It was no longer just about numbers. It was about intention. And if the jury believed she intentionally misled people, there was no way out. Jackie's legal team scrambled for a last-minute strategy, but it was clear they were losing the battle. And as the final days of the trial approached, Jackie's fate was hanging by a thread. Would she walk away with just a financial penalty, or would she lose everything, including her freedom? As the trial entered its final days, the tension in the courtroom was unbearable. Jackie sat at the defense table, her once flawless confidence now cracking under pressure. Her lawyers looked exhausted, scrambling to find a way to turn things around, but the evidence against her was overwhelming. The prosecution had built a powerful case, showing not only financial fraud, but a pattern of manipulation and deception that had spanned years. Then came the biggest blow yet. The prosecution called an unexpected witness, Jackie's former assistant, Lila. No one had seen this coming, not even Jackie's lawyers. Lila had worked closely with Jackie for years, handling her emails, scheduling her meetings, and managing her personal finances. If anyone knew Jackie's secrets, it was her. And now, Lila was about to expose everything. Lila took the stand, looking nervous but determined. Her voice shook slightly as she began to speak.
And look at this one. Look at this one.
Look, it's too early for all that damn talking.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord.
She described how Jackie constantly moved money between accounts, making sure investors never realized where their funds were actually going. She talked about late night meetings where Jackie and her financial advisors discussed how to keep the scheme running. But the most shocking revelation came when Lila revealed that Jackie knew the business was failing long before the scandal broke. Yet,
and she ain't say nothing. God.
Right.
Damn. Come on, Jackie. You had Doug where you wanted him. Seemed like. Shit.
She kept convincing new investors to put in their money. She told me once, Lila said, her voice.
See, if she convincing all these investors, she got a little game. What y'all think about this? She probably gamed old Doug too.
Yeah. And then whoever the girl was, whatever, the bookkeeper girl, they said she was discussing how to keep the scheme going. Really? Crazy work. She might do some time.
Boy, she facing 10.
I hope not.
If it's her first offense, then she ain't gonna get shit but probably some probation. Some long ass probation. She gonna have to pay some restitution type shit.
She should have to do that.
Yeah, she definitely gonna pay the restitution because she took a lot of money. That's what's gonna put her in a whole other shamble. Now, if a lot of other people start suing her, then she through. She can definitely be through. Because now that it's criminal, oh yeah, you out of there. There's gonna be a lot of cases on top of cases. And the thing is, the only people that can sue, they can only sue like civil, I'm guessing. Yeah, it'll be civil. Boy, them folks, boy, see, I like to sleep sometimes. I ain't trying to be worried about nobody kicking down my door trying to come bust my shit in because I didn't went bankrupt. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't cause them to go bankrupt and shit. Hell no.
Steady now. As long as they believe in me, I'll always find a way to make it work. The courtroom erupted. Jackie's lawyer immediately objected, calling the statement hearsay, but the damage was done. The prosecution had painted a clear picture of a woman who knew exactly what she was doing. A woman who played the role of a successful entrepreneur while secretly building a house of cards. Jackie's expression remained unreadable, but inside she was panicking. She had spent years carefully crafting her public image, making people believe she was unstoppable. Now, that image was being ripped apart in front of the world. Social media was on fire with hashtags like #JackieExposed and #Justice for the Victims trending nonstop. Even celebrities who had once supported her were now turning their backs, distancing themselves as quickly as possible. But just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, the prosecution revealed one final piece of evidence, an audio recording. A former investor had secretly recorded a phone call with Jackie, where she laughed off concerns about the failing business and dismissed the possibility of getting caught. They'll never prove anything, she said in the recording.
Wow.
Even if they do, I'll be fine.
What? Oh yeah, you were bold. You were bold. Them folks ain't got nothing. Them folks ain't got nothing on me, girl. The fuck? Look at you. In the court.
Always land on my feet. Gasps filled the courtroom. Jackie's own words had sealed her fate. Her lawyers tried to shift the blame, arguing that Jackie's financial team had mismanaged the funds and that she was just as much a victim as everyone else. But no one was buying it. The jury members sat stone-faced, unmoved by the defense's pleas. Jackie herself looked like she was struggling to keep her composure. Outside the courthouse, news channels broadcasted every second of the trial, while crowds gathered chanting for justice. Reporters speculated on how long Jackie might serve in prison if found guilty. Experts analyzed every detail, some even comparing her case to the biggest financial frauds in history. Then, after weeks of testimony,
Oh no, if they really comparing her case like that, she might get some jail time. First offense or not. She might have to do I wouldn't say it's a long time, but she gonna have a lot of probation. A lot of probation for sure. Or parole. Either one is still bad. And she gonna probably get all her license and shit gonna be everything going. Yep. She through. And she gonna be back on the blade. Yep.
Testimonies and arguments, the trial came to a dramatic close. The jury was sent to deliberate. Jackie's future was no longer in her hands. It all depended on 12 strangers, 12 people who had listened to every detail of her downfall. The courtroom fell silent as the jury re-entered. Jackie's hands, which had been clenched tightly together, felt ice cold. Her heart pounded in her chest, but she forced herself to keep a composed expression. The judge asked if the jury had reached a verdict. The foreperson, an older man with sharp eyes, stood and nodded. "We have, Your Honor." The judge motioned for him to proceed. The entire room seemed to hold its breath as he unfolded the paper and began reading. "In the case of fraud, we find the defendant guilty."
Oh.
Gasps echoed through the courtroom.
Oh, so wait. So this already happened. Man, I'm thinking this shit going on right now.
Yeah.
She's already guilty. Wait a minute. So she's not on the show no more?
I would assume not, but I don't know.
Shit. Hold on.
Jackie's face didn't change, but her fingers dug into the table. The foreperson continued, reading each charge: wire fraud, conspiracy, money laundering.
Ooh.
One by one, the verdict was the same. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Wow.
The moment the final charge was read, a wave of emotion swept through the room. Some of Jackie's former investors burst into tears, finally feeling justice was served. Others nodded in grim sadness.
Oh, they came to the court. They came and watched this motherfucker get her shit. Yeah, boy.
Satisfaction. Jackie's lawyer sat in defeated silence, knowing there was no escape now. The judge thanked the jury and turned toward Jackie. Her sentencing date was set, but the weight of what had just happened crashed down on her immediately. She would be going to prison. No more luxury.
Oh, she going to jail. Oh, man. I told you. If it's way more than what they said it is, she going to jail. We over here talking about probation. She already got her shit. Ooh, wee. Fucking with them folks. Fucking with the church's money. God damn it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Sid. Come on, man. Her heart beats out of her chest while her hands tremble in cold water. What the hell?
Narrator
has been 5 minutes, man. You dragging this shit on to say this bullshit.
Right.
Let's see what else she got hit with. Hold on.
No more admiration, no more control over the narrative. The same public that once worshipped her now rejoiced in her downfall. As the guards approached to take her away, Jackie finally let them.
Oh, she went from court. Normally shit like this, you have like a turn-in date. You gotta go turn yourself in, maybe like another 2 weeks type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your shit in order. If you that big of a celebrity, they definitely give you that plus more. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Stan say they've been divorced since 2022. Damn.
Why did I just find out tonight? I didn't even know.
Well, this is the thing. It's not the divorce case. This is the fraud case that she got.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing was the kid, which I got this clip too. We're going to play that one then. See where this shit go. Ooh-wee. This is crazy work. Hold on.
Mask slip. Her eyes darted around the room, looking for anyone who still believed in her. But there was no one. Even her closest allies had turned away. She had spent years convincing people she was different from other fraudsters, that she was a visionary, a genius, a fighter. But in the end, she was just another con artist who thought she was untouchable. The cameras outside flashed wildly as Jackie was led from the courthouse. The news anchors called it one of the biggest financial scandals of the decade. Her empire was gone, her reputation was in ruins, and now, for the first time in her life, Jackie had to face something she had always avoided: consequences. As the doors to the courtroom shut behind her, the world moved on without her.
Damn, boy, that shit sad, boy. God damn. Hold on, let me get this other clip real quick. Let me see. Okay. Shunted. Okay, Doug Christie. Okay. Let's see. Everybody quiet now. What y'all scared for? Y'all ain't going to jail, huh? Y'all going to jail?
So I wonder, like, how much time she'll serve. What
if she got 10, she'll do 7. She'll do 6.5, 7 on good behavior. Yeah. And then if she get out early, she's still gonna be on parole.
Yeah.
You'll do that 10. But see, with the money laundering, it might make it federal, but I don't think it was enough to make it federal. But then again, they ain't say shit about it. But a lot of that money laundering should be federal cases.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Hold on.
Jackie and her daughter's relationship was strained. I didn't know to the extent or the degree.
Like the damage that she did to me and my sister's relationship, she won't even take accountability for. At this point, it's just like a fake, I have to keep talking to you so you won't go talk about me on Twitter and talk about me on Facebook and
So you
tell
think
your side of the
genuinely
story.
she doesn't care?
Why else would you speak about your daughter like this?
Y'all, let's talk about Doug Christie for a second. If you know anything about him, you know this man is not about that drama life. Doug has always been the chill, level-headed type, the kind of guy who keeps his cool no matter what. But this time, he snapped. And not just a little raise your voice moment, I'm talking about a full-on explosion. And listen, when a dude like Doug, who's always been about keeping the peace, suddenly loses it, that means something really serious went down. Because this is the same Doug Christie who for years has been known for being all about family, loyalty, and avoiding
That's what I thought, man.
mess.
Man, they been
But
catfishing
whatever
us this
this
whole time.
was, it pushed him past his limit.
How in the hell? See, that's why we don't like reality TV no more. The fuck? Y'all been, they're just like Papoose and Remy. Catfish. Y'all catfished our relationship status, man. That's crazy, man. We ain't got no more hope no more. Yep.
And I also think reality TV can ruin relationships.
Oh, you ain't lying. Because I think that shit ruined Tip and goddamn Tiny shit too when they first came out. I think that shit and goddamn LaToya Luckett when she had her little shit that fucked her up too. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Don't be putting these niggas on the internet like that. Come on, man. Niggas' head get too big.
Right.
Women head get too big. It don't matter either or. But still, that shit ain't no good. Like, bro. And then everything is like recorded. You ain't got no type of chill time. Shit, nigga. I've been got myself indicted fucking with these folks. Hell no. I ain't got time.
So now the real question is, what did Chantel do to make her dad this mad? Because y'all, it takes a lot to get Doug worked up, and from the way he reacted, this wasn't just some minor argument. This was something deep, something that shook him to his core. And trust me, when you hear what went down, it's gonna make sense.
Tell us the tea.
I want to give her the opportunity to say everything that she's had to say about me to me. Get bold. You had all of these things to say. Oh, she's a hoe. She's messing with his friend. She's doing this. She's doing that.
Wow.
Say it.
Now,
Yo, what the daughter told you, girl? Shit. She's a hoe. She's a freak. Got a different every day of the week. Hold on, Didi. Who's that, Kim? Who was that? Look Kim? Yeah, that was Kim.
Before Doug completely lost it, he had already started sensing that something was off. You know how sometimes you just get that gut feeling, like something's not right, but you can't quite put your finger on it yet? That's exactly where Doug was. And trust me, when a man like Doug, who normally minds his business and stays cool, starts feeling uneasy, that means something is really going down. First, there was Jackie. Doug knows his wife better than anyone, so when she started acting differently, he noticed. She was dodging certain topics, being extra careful with her phone, and just moving different.
Phone just give bad vibes, bro. Like a nigga, man, look, I ain't got no phone. Don't call me. Goddamn shit. But how you talking? Shit. Send me an email. I don't know. Send me an email. I get on and check on my computer. I ain't got no motherfucking phone. Fuck all this shit.
Right.
But the phones is too much. It's like nowadays, if you have your phone upside down, it's a problem. But why you got the screen on the table? Motherfucker, I'm trying not to be rude. So why it ain't ringing? The fuck? What you mean? Look, it's time to go. It's time to go. I ain't answering all them goddamn questions. Hell no. It's time to go. This ain't for me. You think I'm doing something on my phone. It's your first time meeting me. This is too much.
Not first time.
Come on,
Oh, yeah,
Mo.
that's way too
Damn.
much.
Why your phone like that? Was you trying to hide something? You know the women that kind of look at your dead faces, ask you hiding something, and then smile like they bullshit. Hell no. I ain't going. Nope. But I'm gonna be hiding my whereabouts in the next 10 minutes. Goddamn, I know that for sure. Get the fuck up out of here. And see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know why men, and I ain't gonna say it like that, but I don't think I ever asked a woman why her phone down or. Now, if that motherfucker ringing like back to back to back nonstop, and I'm just like, my nigga, somebody trying to call you.
Yeah.
But don't be get. You said it don't make sense?
I said that makes sense.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm like, damn, well, you know, you ain't picking it up, so somebody trying to call you.
Yeah, it's my ex-husband. Now what?
Me now what? I'm gonna politely open that goddamn door. Get the fuck out, goddamn. Shit. What? The fuck he calling for? Oh yeah, go ahead. You got it. He can come get you too. Shit.
He won't leave me alone. I need a big, strong man like you to protect me from.
Oh shit! I'm telling you. You better like your ass, goddamn it, because I'm through. Your ex, goddamn. He called like what the hell he called like that for? I got some
He
money.
crazy.
Some got crazy. Oh no, shit. No, this nigga crazy. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Fuck no. Ooh, child, let me get up off here.
Be real. When people start being too secretive, that's when you know they're hiding something. Then there was Chantel. She wasn't acting like herself either. Doug caught her slipping up in conversations, dodging simple questions, and just being nervous for no reason. It was like she was trying too hard to act
So that's the Chantel daughter. Okay.
normal, and that alone was enough to make Doug suspicious. Because one thing about Doug, he may be calm, but he pays attention. And he was watching. Doug was...
That nigga Doug do be silent. You don't hear too much from old Doug, man. I ain't gonna hold you. You don't hear too much from Doug, man.
I like that.
Yeah, Doug cool, calm. I say Doug cool, calm, collective. He ain't doing no stressing. At least that's what we see out of him. But you know, I ain't never heard no crazy story about old Doug. But you know, we don't know everything. But shit, bro, like he just chill. Hold on.
Wasn't about to ignore these weird vibes. He started putting the pieces together, and when the puzzle finally clicked, somebody was about to get confronted real quick. Okay, this is where things take a crazy turn. Doug was just going about his day, minding his own business, when he came across something that made his stomach drop. A DNA test. First reaction, wait, what? Who even...
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I had a partner who was raised with a son. The little boy had been 7 years old, man. I don't know. See, this is the thing. When your mama tell you when she see that baby at birth, something ain't right, nigga, you better listen.
Yeah.
This nigga mama told him when the baby came out, son, he don't look like nothing I've ever produced or our family. My nigga was like, nah, mama, you tripping because he looked just like the mama. Nah, mama, you tripping? He just like, well, he got this on me. He look like this. But you know, when you raising the baby, a lot of shit start looking alike as you think it might do. Man, look, my nigga, 7 years, no bullshit. Matter of fact, that song, way back when with T.I. came on. I'm telling y'all, this boy, when I tell you this is real timing, we sit in the car, pulling up to that nigga spot, right? The song came on, and you know the song with T.I. called Way Back When, and that boy say,
is it with B.O.B. in them?
B.O.B. in there, yeah, when I'm in my bed or some shit like that. And man, when he said the DNA test, bro, stopped. I'm telling you, dead ass timing, stopped in the middle of the smoking session, and was like, you know what? I'm going to get a DNA test, bro. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? We went to Walmart. You know, I'm like, we went to CVS, and they had this little swab thing. Man, the nigga went in the house, swabbed the kid, swabbed himself, and turned it in. They mailed this nigga the fucking results. Like, I think the email was like 24 to 48 hours, but he paid to get it like immediately. Man, look, I've never seen a man cry like that in my life. No bullshit. That nigga start screaming, and that nigga went in that house. Man.
Oh my God, I hate to hear.
Boy.
Wait, so you mean to tell me his mama telling him, "Hey, baby, you should get a DNA test," wasn't enough, but some nigga he don't even know in a rap song saying he got a DNA test.
7 years later, Diva. 7 years later, Diva, because the little boy didn't turn 7. No bullshit.
That's crazy.
Right, crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Hold on real quick. Let me bring somebody up real quick. Okay, I got it. Staying the man in the goddamn building. What up, Sam?
Hey, salute. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
But, yeah, Diva, that motherfucker went in there, and bro, I was just like I ain't know what to do. Like, old girl made it out the house for sure, but I knew he was finna do. Like, man, I go in there. That this nigga had him threw the dog up against the wall. I'm like, wow. Big old ass goddamn me Doberman threw the dog up against the wall, man. That nigga was throwing shit. Oh my God. I'm like, bro, you got to chill. And me telling him chill, cranked it up even more. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Okay, so I'm finna go home. Because if you come at me with this bullshit, nigga, we gonna fight.
But what he going through all that for when he brought it on himself?
Man,
Again,
Diva,
his mother told him to get a DNA test.
That's
it wasn't until 7 years later when some random person he don't know in a rap song said somebody DNA tested. He finally decided to get a DNA test. Like, your friend sound retarded, honestly.
Nah, he ain't retarded, but he is goddamn fucked up though. He fucked up for that shit though, because if goddamn mama would have told me that shit, I'm through. If your mama,
yeah, why do? I agree. Why wait that long? You know, he could have saved himself so much hurt. You know,
he was scared to face it, Mo. You think he might have been scared to face it?
Well, then why he was ready 7 years later?
I don't know,
when
people.
he already 7 years invested.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because I think they were going through some things, and because I remember him having to go to a little boy practice because he thought his gal was talking to the coach. So I think they kind of shook it up a little bit. But other than that, I don't be in their business unless he tell me something. But that's the only thing bro really ever told me. But that day we was in that car, bro just snapped and was like, hold on. Ride with me to the store real quick. I'm like, what the fuck going on? We went to the store, got a DNA test. I'm talking about immediately. And bro, literally, and it's crazy, Diva, because real timing, that shit do sound crazy. It sounds crazy as fuck. But if you would have seen the rage in this nigga, you would tell bro did not probably want to face it, or he just really didn't even know. Because he kept saying, see, my little boy look like me, like this, and it was never nothing that we could just captivate. Like, yeah, that boy got your nose, he got your eyeline, he got your eyebrows and shit.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah. He probably was living in denial that whole time, and then when y'all was smoking and he heard it on the song, he just snapped. I was like, you know what?
That's crazy. That's a long time to be living in denial. But it wasn't like he was on child support. I'm talking about they was a family. I'm talking about together, in the house together, every day. You know what I'm saying? They had just bought him a little old race car bed, all kind of shit, crazy work. And I'm like, man, shit.
Yeah, but what I'll say, us as a people, we need to quit doing them chicken bones and throwing salt over your shoulder. It's a DNA test for a reason. I don't care if my mom would have told me that's your child. Man, they got shows and stuff about it, but more so in the real court system, you will see that's my child. I don't care. That's my grandchild. No, man, we got DNA tests. Throw the chicken foots in the trash. He looks like you and all that. Man, stop it. Stop
That's
it.
not what
Stop
happened,
it.
though. The mother literally was telling him, go get a DNA test. This child
When he
don't look
first
like
came
no
out,
child we ever produced.
Yeah.
And so that, you talking about something totally different, Stan.
I'm talking about like as soon as he came out,
a rapper to tell him to get a DNA test.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Diva. I'm tracking. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But what I'm saying is that typically, right, or at least what I've seen, right, if the mother gets along with the lady, with your girlfriend or whatever, she be like, "That's my child," right? But if
what are we talking about here? So, okay, Stan, we have one situation, and then you come up here to talk about something totally different that did not happen, and I'm just wondering why.
Okay, let's talk about specifically this one, right? His mom told him to get the DNA test. He was so in love, like what Drip was saying. He was so in love, and he said, "No, that's my child." But then when they started having issues, that's normally when people check. People typically don't check when everything going good, but when things start going left, that's when people start questioning things. Am I back on topic now, Diva?
But if your mother, the woman who birthed you into existence, who been loving you since before you even knew yourself, is telling you, hey, like, to me, it's like, whose judgment do you value, right? And so this guy didn't even value his own mother's judgment. He valued the judgment of some rapper over the
rapper
judgment of his mother was right.
His mother was right, and the rapper was right. The mother was right, and the rapper was right.
Whose judgment do we value, right? And that is very weird. Something wrong with this man.
Nah, but you know what though? You know what though, Diva? I think when he first had the baby, he was so caught up because he was with her the whole time. She was pregnant. I'm talking about Diva, they in the house together. Like, it's a family thing. Like they living together for years now. So when she got pregnant, like, it was a whole celebration because that was his first child. And I think, honestly, I can't even tell you what I think, because if my mom would have told me that shit, baby, this ain't it. They don't look like you. They don't look like your brother. They don't look like your sister. They don't look like nobody that we've ever produced. I'm going to feel some type of way, first of all, because it's my goddamn mama. Second of all, we ain't getting no DNA because why, Stan? We together.
Right. And
ain't no DNA.
If we be honest, right? When someone, like, say in that situation, let's say if he would have said at the very beginning, right, which he should have did, and I'm with Diva on that she was gonna raise hell either way. He should have asked for the DNA then. She gonna say, "Oh, you don't trust me, you know, I've been with you," and all that. He was gonna catch hell one way or the other. It would have been better at the beginning, and it would have been better for the child too. So they're gonna get upset one way or the other, man.
Because the little boy definitely was confused. The little boy was confused as hell. He was confused.
People don't want that smoke, Drip. People don't want that smoke. You tell that woman, "I want a DNA test, and we've been together for years, and now you pregnant." She'd be like, "What?" He didn't want that smoke, but he ended up getting it anyway. So I
ain't gonna lie to you, though, Stan. If you spit this baby out, we in the hospital room. And the way his brother told me was, bro, my mama been telling that nigga that shit, bro. When the baby came home, bro, that's when she told him. I say, wow. He was caught up in that moment, probably to the point where he wasn't trying to hear that shit. And I can see a man doing that shit, honestly, because they do it all the time. A lot of men do it. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot.
I get maybe trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, you first bring the baby home, but 7 years is excessive.
That's what I said, Mo. I'm like, bro, what made you like? But I'm telling you, we was in the car and that song was on, and the nigga was like, man, hold on, bro, hold on. Ride with me to the store. And when we came back, it was a shit show. Like, it was a shit show. In my mind, I'm like, what? I know your brother told me this shit that you've been kind of like going along with it. I don't know if it's to keep your gal. I don't know. But the nigga was supporting. I ain't lying, Mo. Like, he bought he had just bought matter of fact, the little Cars movie, bought the nigga bed, got that race car, all kind of shit, like Disney World trips. I'm talking about everything, like that's his boy. And it was not his baby, bro. I'm like, ooh, boy, I'm talking about nigga was in the whole goddamn shamble. Police came and shit. It was crazy.
And the fact that so many men in the chat, like, apparently understand the 7-year, path to unfatherhood is startling to me and quite scary, actually.
Well, Diva, I'm gonna say this for me firsthand, knowing what he went through, and just how many niggas that's taking care of these kids' babies that they think that is, and they ain't got no parents to tell them that shit neither. So
but you shouldn't need nobody to tell you.
Well, yeah. Well, see,
the technology exists to find out.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you're just telling me is that a lot of men are cowards because they don't want to have a conversation with their woman.
I wouldn't say coward, but it's shaky though.
They didn't want to have that conversation.
It's shaky. Oh, okay, you taking the coward word far down West Time to the goddamn Galleria. Goddamn, hold on. Let's come back to Richmond. So I just think shit, dude. I just think that fuck it. I ain't got no kids here. I don't know. I know my mama tell my black ass, nigga, that is not your baby, and that's my mama. That is a hurtful thing to deal with. I'm asking the doctor right then and there, sir, can we get a DNA? If she don't like it, that means she guilty.
That's true, but I get that whole emotional part of it too. Like, dang, I've been with you. You gonna ask me for a test? Right. But on the flip side of that, it's like, okay, you got to do what you got to do as a man, and the woman should also be accountable. You trifling, you done slept with somebody else, so I'm trying to view it from both sides.
I got you.
I mean, and realistically, if we knew what really go on in those baby wards, the mama need a DNA test too, because they done sent plenty of women home with somebody else's baby.
Wow,
that's true.
Right? So everybody need a DNA test. But seriously, that's a conversation that a man and a woman should be having, early, right? Mm-hmm. I would say even before, they get pregnant. So once you know that this is the person you want to be with and y'all want to start a family, even if you married, men should be having a conversation like, okay, well, just to make sure everything is everything, I want a DNA test on all the children.
Ooh,
and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I went through my divorce, my ex-husband, because my son is more light-skinned than I am, my ex-husband is like really chocolate. And you know how mamas can be. And he was in his feelings. He was like, yeah, Matthew is super light. Like my mom said, no offense. Like, I know you loyal. No, what you trying to say? My mom wanted DNA. I said, how many you want when you ready to go? Like at this point, it ain't even about being in my feelings or whatever, but I know how people can be, because my baby was so light. It hurt my heart. I would never, ever, like, I have never cheated on anybody that I've been with. And that hurt my feelings. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, let's go. What's up? We got to do what we got to do,
Your ass was confident. You wasn't doing no tripping.
Yeah, like, how many you want? Let's go now.
See, look, Chuck just said
99.99999. Don't play with me.
My shit 97.2. And you through. Yeah.
Mo, I want to know how you think you may have felt if that would have happened during the marriage. Like, would you have still been able to just do the test?
We were still married. We were still married. But we were going through a divorce when I was like 8 months. And then like a few weeks after I had him, that's when all the questions started. And I just did what I had to do. I'm like, I'm not with the drama. So let's go. But my baby was like my sister's color, lighter than her. And for me to be kind of caramel and him being like black.
Not black.
I get how mamas are, but at the same time, like, I was loyal to this man, but whatever.
Yeah,
I
but
did
But see, look, generations go back far. Like, they go back.
Right.
Like, so, ain't your daddy real light skin?
Yes, like white, got white in him, his grandfather. Yeah. So I'm like, he got it from my dad, I think.
I mean, shit, sure. Or either he got somebody on his side that's bright as hell. Somebody got some brightness in their mind. Chalk say you can request a test, but the relationship will never be the same. I totally agree.
Well, that's why it should be a conversation, before that. I can understand it being a little shocking to a woman, right after she done almost died, bringing the child into existence, but if it's a conversation beforehand. I'm really appalled that, I think it was Mo Love, that your husband abdicated responsibility for the request by blaming it on his mama.
Shit. But you know what though? You know what?
You blame it on somebody,
he
Diva.
was a mama's boy. That was part of our issue. While we pursued the divorce, it was like, you suppose when we married, our household comes first.
Come on now.
And that was an issue. So I was like, you know what? Okay.
See, I think that nigga was so nervous to ask you for that bullshit. He probably didn't even want to ask you, but mama said, the fuck not. You better go get that or I ain't supporting this and that.
Yeah, whatever she said, he didn't care. Like, he was gonna stop whatever he was doing, whatever his mama said, that was it.
Yeah.
Hey, Drip. Hey, Drip,
Or
do you
maybe,
see both
like
sides?
PhD was said, maybe he really was, like, hold on now, this baby white. And he blamed it on his mama. I don't know.
Hey,
That's
Drip, you see
crazy.
both sides? One guy didn't listen to his mom till 7 years, and this guy listened to his mom at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Hey, Diva, are you for a lot of states, some states already implemented mandatory DNA tests at the birth of the child?
I'm for that shit. Hell yeah.
Well, see, I don't think it should have to be mandatory. And who pays for that?
Tax dollars.
Yeah, I don't think it should have to be mandatory. I think that men need to let their nuts hang and be able to open up their freaking mouth and ask for what they want without having to blame it on their mama.
No, but this no. But I think this. I think this way, right? And I agree with you, Diva, partly because you a nut cut off. But
somebody take your nuts and everything. She wants
let your nuts hang, be a man. But it saves that it saved that awkward moment for I'm more advocating for the child.
Moment. So I know have to pay for your DNA test so you can.
No, it goes into the doctor bill when you paying whoever paying for the for the child.
Sure. That shit
whoever paying for. It goes with the doctor bill. But what I'm saying, I'm more concerned about the child. I don't want the child to find out later when things are not good anymore, and now somebody requesting the DNA test and find out that person is not the father. See, because I know of a few, right, in anecdotally, right. So this is the thing. The child got sick, right, and the child needed some blood or something like that. So when the father said, "Okay, I'll give blood,"
and don't match up.
Guess what? The doctor said, and so he said, "Okay," and because they test a lot of people, right? But they test the father, right? They start with the parents first, and then the doctor said, "Your blood don't match." And the doctor, he said, he asked the doctor, "You say that's not my child?" He said, "I can't say that." He said. And the doctor put his head down and walked out. So I'm telling you, if that DNA test is at the beginning, that child don't have to go through later on trying to search for their father later on in life.
I mean, they still have to search. It don't tell you who your daddy is, all the time. It might tell you who your daddy ain't. But again, all of that's great, and I'm all for DNA tests. I just said that I think everybody should get one, whether they married or not. I am just opposed to the idea that the government got to step in and make it mandatory because these men cowards.
I see where you're going with that. Partly, like Stan said, up until the coward part, because I told you we on West Time, we got to go back to Richmond.
Coward.
But hey, I think some niggas see. You know what? Look.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you. And see, this is one of the reasons.
And you got a dog in the fight.
This is stressful, goddamn shit.
It is stressful, man.
Oh Lord Jesus! Look, I can't really speak on this because I ain't never been in a position to have to do a fucking DNA test. But I think that when the baby comes out, not to make it like a big deal, but just give it like you know, they drawing blood, just do it right then and there type shit. I don't know, man.
Especially now where we have the technology, like your homeboy did. You can go to Walgreens and get the little swab kit, take it home, and do it discreetly, right? And so again, it just really shouldn't be necessary for the government to step in and mandate it. Y'all men got to start. This is the thing, and maybe it's my fault because I actually believed men when they said that they was bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, right? Braver. And then y'all come and y'all don't be. And I'm just saying, for a woman like me who hard don't pump no Kool-Aid, you know,
man,
y'all
motherfucker
be
pump
fruit punch.
Stop
grandstanding, diva. Stop grandstanding, diva.
What motherfucker pump fruit punch there? What she talking about?
Nah, but she got that high end. She got a pinky out. That's what pumps through her blood.
God, she got the ring on that motherfucker, everything. God,
hey, Drip.
Hell no.
Hey, Drip. How do you think the situation would have worked out with your friend if he would listen to his mother, right? And he had the DNA test taken at the beginning, and would have found out that the child is his? How would that relationship and that dynamic work after that between him, his lady, and the mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we would have found out the child was his at the beginning.
See, Shicey say you don't even have to let the mom know that you're taking the test. Just, you know what I'm saying? See, that's what I was saying. Sugar Shicey. I was saying just get it through the blood. And you know, you can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't make it a big deal to where there's an odd moment when the child is just being born. That definitely won't go well at some people's, you know, because there's going to be some hell in the water.
Hey, Drip, so let's start off the relationship sneaking and lying. Cool. I'm with it. Be anti-providence and be spies.
Yeah, man.
Hey, let me swab your cheek. Don't tell your mama. Yeah, man, come on, man. I'm with Diva now. Hey, man, be a man. Say, I'm ready to do this DNA test. Let's go. I'm with Diva now. If I got to sneak around to do some stuff, man, that's crazy, man.
I mean, what you saying the truth, Stan, because everything gonna come out regardless, man. You might be 57, 59 years old, that shit come out, you through. And then that shit gonna hit way different than it should have hit long goddamn time ago. Man, look, that shit ain't no good. It ain't no good.
It's just like, people got to get out of their feelings. It is what it is. Now my ex-mother-in-law was, he does everything like him. He's a little light-skinned version of his dad. Girl, I ain't forgot what you said. Whatever.
It's like
that part.
Right, I agree with you.
Resentment.
Not a red pill today. Shit.
Resentment.
That's why the son should have had enough cojones to not throw his mama up under the bus, right? He should have went to her and said, I want this. Or did it?
Exactly.
But we know mamas can't mess that little dynamic up, though.
I thought my baby was gonna be a little gorgeous chocolate, and when he came, I was like, "Wow, this baby white." Like I didn't.
Okay, so watch this.
To be that
Mo, keep it a buck with your boy. Did you think the same thing?
What?
That baby might not be you, but well.
What?
Wait a minute. You can't think this. My bad.
Crazy.
Don't ask that question, Brett.
Don't ask that question. I just thought it was weird because my baby was so light. That was the only man I had been with for 5 years.
I'm going to ask because it need to be asked, and this shit do be look, it do need to be asked, and it's going on. So Mo, when he got the flock in the back, and you know, rah in the back, goddamn, this ain't my baby, or if that even happened, I'm just saying if it did, did you feel some type of way? With meaning like, well, damn, who did I sleep with?
My feelings were hurt. No, my feelings were hurt because I knew that I was so loyal. I've never cheated on anybody I ever been with, but I understood the dynamic. I knew his mom's word always overruled mine.
Oh wow!
So I just said, you know what? Let's.
You ain't think that shit early?
I did not.
Hey, Drip, that was a better question.
Yeah.
That was a better question, bro.
Then I always like,
crazy.
I was 22 when I got married. I didn't know a thing. I look back and be like, I didn't know what I was doing, you know? And he didn't either.
Sid said that if the government step in with the mandatory DNA test, that's going to clear out a whole bunch of cold cases.
That too should.
I thought the DNA was mandatory though with child support.
It's not.
See, it's colorism.
It's not.
It's not. It's they give you the option, and it's up to the dad to take it, and a lot of them don't. Believe it or not.
Oh, to pay for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sin say Drip, that was a dumb question. No, the fuck it wasn't. That was pretty
I think for me it was like Drip, right?
No, yeah. For you to say, because see, my whole thing was, did you start feeling some type of way since he was trying to blame you for
it hurt my feelings, and he hesitated when he asked. Like, I was like, "What are you talking about?" It took him a few days to finally come out and say it, you know.
But you know the kids do, darken up, right? Ain't that right? Because my little cousin, when he came, he was a little bright, little
you gotta look at
Casper looking thing. The ear, that's what it is. Inside the ear.
Yes,
that's what
I
color, right?
And right around their little nail head.
God damn it, Diva, pop your
You
shit.
have to. But my Matthew is still light bright to this day, you know.
Right. So he ain't dark in none.
I think he just took after my dad.
Okay. That's understood.
Hey, Pigs Diva, doesn't it amaze you in 2025, we still trying to see what somebody look like? Man, DNA test. If you got some questions, DNA test. Talk about he's gonna turn darker later. He's gonna turn lighter later. No. DNA proves it because they in Mo Love case, and thank you, Mo Love, for sharing that the child is lighter than you,
he is the
your
father.
sister, and him, and all that. And it came to find out that he is the father. But
that's not the only reason we look at that, right? So
I'm talking about in her case, PhD, but now you moving the goalpost.
No. But so she did not do that though, right? So we were talking about someone else. She just gave him the DNA test. So like that wasn't an issue for her.
Yeah, she did give him a test there.
But I'm saying, but the child is still light. So if you look at the child, you would still say, hey, you sure that's his child? I'm telling you, but the DNA test, she got it on wax. That the child is his, right? I'm telling you, like, looks ain't always what it seemed to be, which is a good indicator. And I'm with you, PhD and Drip, but that DNA test in her case, the child still is light, right? And somebody, if he grabbed the child, if he's walking with the child now, and he said, "Is that your child?" That's whatever, right? But the DNA test proves it all. It proves it all. The child's still light,
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want the DNA test. Forget it. We get together. I want the DNA test. That child come out white with his pinky finger out, and he crossing his legs at once. I want a DNA test.
God damn, at one? Shit.
Not at one.
Hey, in his smoking jacket with his fake pipe and whatever. I'm saying, wait, we got to get a DNA test. I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm.
Your baby. I only want you.
But see, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's what I was asking Mo Love. Like, it didn't make you think about this shit.
They do everything alike. My son talks like him, walks like him, does everything the same. Everything is like his daddy. He just don't have his color.
What up, Omni? In the building. Yeah, that's crazy word. That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
Because you never know at the end of the day, no matter how close you are to a person, you never know their doubts. You never know the insecurities in their heart and their mind. So let's avoid all of that. And get it done.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just think that'll definitely ruin a bunch of joy that's going on in that goddamn hospital. But at the end of the day, you gotta get it done if you got any doubts. But if that boy mama told, come on, bro, and she kept telling you, I don't know who that baby belonged to. Like, it hurt the mama probably to tell you that shit.
I don't really care. I didn't care for her anyway. I was
Oh,
more
okay.
so
Oh,
focused
Jesus.
on him, you
Right.
know, but I had to put my feelings to the side and do what we had to do, you know? So we would never ever, that's one of those things we got to worry about is that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have no doubt. I was loyal to this man for years. So, like I said, when he asked, I said, "How many you want? When you want to get it done?" Like I didn't have any insecurities.
Right. I got you. I got you.
I would have been. What you trying to say?
There
I
you
did
go,
that too.
Diva.
I ain't gonna lie. I was
There
like,
you go,
"What?"
Diva.
The
If I ask you
audacity
for a
is
DNA test, Diva say, "What you trying to say?"
okay.
I'm a
I'm gonna
woman
tell
of the
you.
Say I don't
night.
know.
Okay.
That's
I'm
exactly
from
He
the
what you
did
say.
get a
streets.
I don't know.
Tell him,
What are you
Omni.
confused about?
I don't
He got a
know.
slap. He got a slap.
I don't know. I ain't around you 24/7 like that.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that,
according to most women, niggas can't last nothing but 5 minutes. So you could have
shit.
gotten in at any point in time in the day. You know what
That
I
5 minutes got
Oh
your ass a
well, I'm
baby.
not. That was never my case. Again,
Right.
I'm loyal.
Right.
That those whatever scenarios you throwing out there, they don't apply to me. But I hear you.
Nah, I'm
Right.
sorry,
She said
sweetheart.
you Scorpio.
I'm not speaking over your particular
You
scenario.
Scorpio.
I'm just saying in general. I'm telling you how I move.
Okay.
I think it should be mandatory across the board. Because if it's mandatory across the board, nobody got any excuse. Nobody's gonna feel a type of way because it's already mandated by law.
But that's
I
the thing. It
agree.
shouldn't have to be mandatory. Men should be able to have a conversation with their woman when they decide that they would have a family or whatever and say, this is something I want. And it has nothing to do with you and what you've been doing. But just for my own peace of mind, I would want a DNA test on any child that we have.
You know what though,
I
Diva?
really don't see
Oh,
what's
go
so
ahead.
difficult about that.
I think it's way past the part that men not wanting to say nothing. I think it's way past that part.
What do you
It'll be
mean?
to where we slow down all these child support, all these baby daddies around here. Like that should be way past the part of men not wanting to say nothing. I think it's way deeper than that. If they was to pull that type of shit for real, I think it'd be way deeper than that because it's a lot of. Well, go ahead.
Go ahead. It's a lot of who?
It's a lot of children that ain't got no mamas or daddies,
Right.
and that right there will stop a lot of bullshit of even having to worry about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I think if they did that, it wouldn't be so harsh on the relationship also. As far as like, go ahead.
Sorry. So I'm just thinking like, okay, so like circumcision is something that isn't mandated by law, but most parents choose to do, right?
Okay. Right.
And so why couldn't DNA testing be something like that? Again, I'm not opposed to the DNA test. I think everybody should get one for every child.
Okay.
And again, I said, I even think mamas need to because they'll send you home with somebody else, baby.
You did say that. You did.
Facts.
You did.
For real.
Facts though. Yeah.
So but I just think we need to make it something that doesn't have a negative stigma attached to it, that it should be something so normal and routine that parents just go and do it like they do circumcision. They choose to on their own, and there's no negative stigma around it, or
I 100% agree with you, Diva. But I'm sorry. Was I cutting you off? I don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead, Omni. Go ahead, Omni.
You can't answer for the woman. Like, Diva, was I cutting you off?
Oh no, I was done. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, this is what I'm saying. I 100% agree with you on that. But the difference between circumcision and this decision is that the woman's feelings isn't involved in the circumcision. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the circumcision is like, okay, go ahead and cut it off. It ain't got nothing to do with you, trust me, or none of that. But with her, she gonna always feel some type of way. I mean, my woman wouldn't, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most women will always feel some type of way about, you know what I mean? Oh, you don't trust me and all of this. If you want me to do the utmost for the child, for your child, because it's as much yours as mine. If you want the utmost done for your child through me, you want no doubt in my mind that that's my child. you want zero doubt in my mind that that's my child. So it's just best to get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. But so I think like that's this whole, you know, the woman being upset. I think that's one way that women are able to manipulate y'all, right? If you're because a woman who knows what she knows, like Mo Love said, you know, she kind of side-eyed the Negro, but she was like, let's go do it today, right? And so a woman who you may have to worry about whether or not that's your child, yeah, they're going to use that because they don't want you to find out that it ain't your baby.
Absolutely.
So don't let these women manipulate you. And that should be, again, if it's a conversation that you're having early on, not when the baby looking at you in the face. If it's a conversation that you have early on, then the feeling, you got time to work through the feelings.
Yeah, but Mo Love said she still feel a certain kind of way about that.
Absolutely. And I don't blame her.
Yeah.
But that's
So that's what
on
I'm
her
saying.
son for telling her that, oh, my mama said, rather than having the nuts to say, I want a DNA test, he don't look like I think he's supposed to look or whatever.
I'm for a DNA test.
I'm for it too. I just want to put the onus on men to be able to communicate and have a conversation with their woman and not have to have the government step in, you know, that type of situation and make it mandatory. No, be man. If you man enough to lay up in that puss, be man enough to have a conversation with that woman about what you want when y'all have children.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and that would go on the premise that adults are going to be adults, right? But
What if
I'm
we
talking
deaf?
about the fall. I'm talking about the fallout from the children. The children, after they find out later that's not their parent, that's not their father. That I'm more concerned about the children because when they
Why
grow
they gotta
up, they
find
not.
out later?
What up,
Whether
American
the
News?
state mandates it or not, they can find out at exactly the same time. The state don't have to mandate it for when the baby come out, them to say, hey, we want a DNA test. Right? You can always choose that. Or a week when they bring the baby home in a week or whatever, to go to Walgreens and get one of the kits and swab everybody's mouth and send it in.
Yeah. Well,
Nothing
you know
stops
that.
people. This is what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
know.
Y'all got to be adults, man.
But I'm saying, but people are not adults. They're
And
not
you got to
adults.
put your
Then
foot
you
down on it.
shouldn't
Don't
be
sign
in that
nothing.
thing.
You ain't
People
signing
ain't putting their
off
foot
on no
down.
birth certificate or nothing. I ain't signing nothing until I get the DNA, and the DNA say that that's my child. And you need to even move like that inside of a marriage. It doesn't matter if you're married to her, because, you know what I'm saying, people be lying all the time in marriages.
They do.
True. Yeah. So I mean,
Men and women.
Yeah, you're right. Hey man, growing up, I never.
Hey, shit, boy. Hold on.
Hey,
What I
Like
be doing with that gun?
people kill me with the, like, people think that a ring on the finger is supposed to be this magic bullet that's gonna like solve all problems, and you got the same problems that you had before.
People still be foul with their ring.
Yeah, because nothing's new, man. Nothing's new.
Oh
It's
my God.
like I mean, I've seen some of my partners growing up. I never seen so many uncles that only showed up at their house when the dad was at work. You know, come on, man. Man, come on, man. You know, DNA test to
Y'all go
solve all
play.
that.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Diva. The man had a family on the other side of town, but the man was in the house with this woman. Them children here. DNA test would clear it all out. I'm telling you, and somebody needs to say, "Hey, get the DNA test." Act like the mom was sitting there cooking and cleaning while daddy was on the other side of town, man. We need to stop that narrative, man. Them children, man, look back at your family. You know that Joker ain't that guy. They ain't his dang on child, but he still raised the child, pat him on the back. Congratulations, you. Man, DNA test would solve it all. But
Is that why all these niggas is behind Donald Trump and want to be making America great again? Because they want to go back to a time that they had a family on the other side of town.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they want the family on the other side of town when there already was a family inside the house that won't even his children either. That's what it is. Them children don't look alike. It's like I'm going on y'all theory. The children don't look alike. You know they ain't this damn child. But we only talk one side of every story. But Them children ain't his. That joker got 15 children, all 15 his. Good luck with that. I like to play the odds, and them all 15 won't his. Come on, man.
You know what? When you put it like that, Stan,
damn,
it's making me sad. And now I got to look at my grandma because she had like 13 of them. Like, okay, how many of them really this man's?
Hey, Diva, we're gonna link up. We're gonna go to the casino. We're gonna go to the casino. Let's see. Let's play the odds. Right.
That's a big family, man. 13 siblings. That's a
My
blessing.
grandmother had 13 kids.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
My great grandmother was one of 17.
Wow.
I wonder why they were having all them babies back then. Mister
They
had to go to
worked the
work.
land.
Because
They worked the
the
land.
land.
They did. Drip, your granddaddy, I say this all the time, your granddaddy didn't have an Xbox. They only had your grandmama box. That was it. There was no Xbox back in the day.
They was
couldn't get on the game. You could only get on your grandmama. That was it.
Yeah, stay off grandmama.
Stay off grandmama, huh? Color Purple said, yeah, well, they did play like that. They was old mister. Okay.
That's true. They didn't have all these distractions that we have.
Ain't no distractions. What? There wasn't no Lifetime channel. There wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? There was no soap operas as the world turned and all of this. The only entertainment they had was each other.
So let me ask y'all this, and forgive me if it sounds crazy, but was there abortions back then?
Oh, you better believe
yes.
it was far more savage in nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it was far more savage in nature. I'm talking about get the wire hanger.
Oh wow.
Or the
well, so
or the
black women, they used a lot of like herbal methods. There's one black woman, I can't remember her name, but like she was given, a husband. She was during slavery, and they never had any children. But it's because they say she was always chewing on cottonseed. And cottonseed is a known abortifacient, right? It will make your uterus contract. And so it wasn't until after, so they thought she couldn't have kids. It wasn't until after they were emancipated that her and her husband went on to have 5 children.
Damn.
Got you.
Cottonseed.
Another thing is okra water. Like if you drink a lot of okra water early in the pregnancy, women have been having miscarriages off of it. Now late in the pregnancy, like last the very end of the pregnancy, it helps induce early.
Where's the word? My bad. Go ahead. Oh, okay. You couldn't.
I was just saying if you drink it too often, too early in the pregnancy, miscarriages. But if you do it late, like around the time that you're supposed to be giving birth, it will induce labor.
Right. So there are several like herbs that are in a class called abortifacients. And so, yes, they were giving themselves herbal or, in probably a lot of cases, preventing pregnancy to begin with. Right.
What's the class of that herb? Like, can you spell that word?
Abortifacient. Yeah. Abort.
Yeah.
IFACIENT.
City Trends. Fashion for Liz.
That did sound like that.
That's one of those I can't sound that out for myself. So it's not
shit. Boy, that is hilarious. I tell you, boy. Ooh, I did not know.
I'm gonna get up in this house. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
What's up, gang? Have a good day, man.
Right,
have a good day. Have a good day. Yeah, that is crazy. Boy, I didn't know okra water and cotton seeds and do all that shit to your body.
Hey, Drip, but I would advocate to do it at the beginning. I wouldn't say people to go back in their life and do DNA tests. I mean, because that would disrupt the fabric. And, that would be a shit show.
We need to know.
Yeah, that'd be a shit show. Man, them jokers been married for 10, 15 years, and them jokers go, hey, I want to swab all y'all mouth. Them jokers be like, huh? And then to come to find out. So, I mean, I'm being facetious about that, but nah, do it at the beginning. And I'm with D, but do it at the beginning, man. Y'all have the conversation at the beginning, because it stops a lot of the nonsense. that goes on, man. So I agree with Diva on that.
So
Do it at the beginning.
So my grandmother, 13 children. I had one aunt that was super, super light, but both of my grandparents were very dark skinned. Like my mama, everybody is chocolate. But I'm like, how did my aunt come out super light like that? And even her mom was dark and his dad was dark. Like I was always puzzled by that. But she looked like her sisters.
Yeah, I mean it's just genes. My great grandmother, we did ancestry.com, and so we were able to find records from a lot of her siblings and her parents and grandparents. And so her parents are each listed as mulattoes. But the children run the gamut, right? So my great grandmother looked like a little, I guess, so mulatto could have meant back in those days that you were like Native American or whatever. And so she looks like a little Native lady. However, her sister, whom we also knew, was a dark-skinned woman. You would never think that she had mixed race parents or non-black parents, whatever. And then they have a brother who looks like a white man. Now, trickle on down to us. I have a cousin. She's dark. Her husband is dark, but their baby is like really, really light, like yellow. He ain't cute either. But yeah.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I was like, who baby is this? Nevertheless, but that's their baby, right? So it can take back from, previous generations even.
Right.
I got a friend who's got red hair and blue eyes, and it's because his grandfather is Irish.
Okay.
And he's super light. Now his brothers and sisters are black because he's a Panamanian, but his brother and sister are black. Everybody's black, but he's super light with blue eyes and red hair.
Yeah, traits skip generations all the time.
Yeah, but the DNA don't skip.
Ooh.
hey, I'm standing on DNA. Hey, Drip, the perfect example I can give you on your task, Drip, is that the movie Life, when that guy, the warden, comes up there with the baby holding up against all them guys and trying to figure out who the father is. I'm that baby's pappy. I'm that baby's pappy. You keep holding them babies up. DNA wins every time. So in your throat. Talking about skipping generations, my foot. DNA. Y'all can tell me what you want to tell me. You can make it my player piano. DNA test. DNA test.
Not your my player funky piano.
Yes. Nah, man. People lie.
Make a jazz.
Hey, man, because why do you think they got lie detector tests? And because people going to tell you the truth, and everybody say, I'm just great and wonderful. You might be telling the truth. We got stop signs for a reason, and people still run them, right? But, hey, and I'm with Diva. I'm on the fence on it now, Diva. You made me think again, should the government make it mandatory for you to do the right thing? I agree with you, Diva. I'm on the fence, but yeah.
Okay, so Plum said, Stan, DNA can be so dormant it skips. I'm trying to understand that.
Yeah, me too, because that's the most accurate thing we have. I mean, come on, I don't know, man. And nothing's going to be 100%, but goddamn, we got to at least get out the gutter.
I think one of the things we're finding out now is that gene expression is impacted by multiple genes, right? And so that's why we have a lot of these differences or anomalies that we would, that we would think of. So
anomaly. The Democrat side of the family is okay. I got you. Dark.
Yeah, but I feel like I definitely agree with Diva though. Like all in all, you should, if it's important to you, you should be able to, before you even start having sex with this person, sit down and have that conversation. where it's like, hey, listen, it's important for me to know and have confirmation that, my child is my child. And so with every baby, whether we married or not, I'm going to want to do a test. It don't got nothing to do with you or, me accusing you of anything. That's just something that's important to me. And if she got a problem with it, then maybe y'all need to reassess. But I don't see an issue with having that conversation.
I feel you.
Well, you can't force a person to have a DNA test.
You can't, but you could choose whether or not that's, who you want to be with. Like that's up to you to stay with them and not do it then.
Yeah, but shit, the baby already here now.
Yeah.
Okay, but you could go do it yourself, right? It's your baby, right? And so go to Walgreens, get a kit, and send it off.
Hey, but
that's what he did too.
But this is the hole in the story. In most states, they don't care. If you sign that birth certificate, you on the hook. In most states.
That's not true, right? Because even if you sign a birth certificate, you still have to go through the process of legitimization. If you're not married to that person, if the couple isn't married, right? So just signing a birth certificate, and a lot of men find this out when they start going to child support court, right? They still have to go through the legitimization process, which is a legal process to be that child's father legally.
Right. Yeah. Well, these states have different rules, so I'm not going to speak for the whole U.S., right? But I was listening to something the other day, and they told the guy, he went and got his child, and they said, hey, guy. And the guy was really trying to help him, the judge or whatever. He was trying to help him. He said, hey, man, she has custody. And you have the responsibility of taking care of the child. But the guy wouldn't shut up long enough for the guy to do what you said, Diva. Go to court. And, and it's like certain states, I'm telling you, people don't really understand the federalism, right? But what happens, the state has rights. I could go and I can carry my gun in North Carolina a certain way, but if I go somewhere else, I got to do it a different way because each state has certain laws. But it's all important in knowing what your state laws are, and that will help people along the way much better than somebody trying to put a blanket on this is what happens with everybody, right? Because my experience, it was because the location I was in and the situation I was in, right? So I'm with you on that, Diva. You need to know your laws.
Chuck said the problem is when they wait too long, years after signing the birth certificate.
Yeah, for sure. If that's something you're going to do, I think you need to go ahead and do that like within the first couple years at the latest. Like, unless you just didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody randomly pop up and be like, yeah, this your baby, and the baby already fold, then, that's beyond your control. But if you're there at the birth, yeah, go ahead and do it. If you gonna do it.
Yeah, women. Y'all need to start making a checklist and checking it twice. We're gonna find out if you're naughty or nice. Yeah. I said what I said. Yep.
Don't ruin Christmas.
Straight up, goddammit. Hell.
Literally and figuratively.
Oh shit.
Christmas will be canceled.
But the best advice I can give men is that check your mail. Open your mail when they say that you got a child and you don't even know that you had been with anybody or whatever. You better answer that summons, because if you don't, it's a default judgment. And good luck ever trying to reverse it later. I never even knew that lady. I've never been to Arizona. Well, sir, we sent you the summons. Default judgments happen all the time, and you're going to get to see garnishment in your check. Stop.
They just have to show you've been properly served. That's really all they need.
Yeah, and that's it. You're done. You ignore it. If you want to, default judgment, you the father, you're going to pay. It is what it is. And you through.
Damn. You're going to pay that default.
Drip, I finally saw the video you got that from like a couple days ago.
What?
And you threw.
Oh Lord Jesus. I'm gonna give you one. I told you too many times, baby. One more time.
I was like, oh, that's where you got it from.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious. Boy, that boy said, look, I done told you too many times, baby. That nigga was lit. He's like, fuck all that. Your ass is stupid. You got one more time. Just give me one more time. Yeah, that shit hilarious. That shit went viral as hell. Boy, that is crazy work, man. Man, look, man, we finna get our ass out here. We've been streaming almost 6 hours, man. We dug in. It's Friday. We'll be live later on today, tonight. Shout out to everybody watching. We finna give our final thoughts. Shout out to everybody simulcasting too. We got like 5 simulcasts going on right now. Appreciate that. We're gonna start with Miss Joy. You sleep?
Right out of there.
Okay, all right. Ain't no problem with that. We're gonna drop Miss Joy down. So, well, I'm gonna wait till the stream in. Well, no, I can go drop it down right now. Let's go. Let's see. Mo Love, you want to get your final thoughts?
Yes, it was a great show. I am surprised you didn't talk about Yellow Beezy.
Yeah, that's gonna be tonight. Yeah, I definitely know he got picked up. He is capital murder. Yeah, through.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I knew it was coming though. Them niggas talk too much. They talk too much.
They said his mama spoke out on it. Mo3 mama. They said Mo3 mama spoke out on it.
Oh yeah. They already knew that shit though.
Wait, is that the person that he is accused of deleting?
See, the thing is, Yellow Beezy did not delete the person, so say, meaning physically, but he definitely set up the whole scenario for him to be deleted, and that's what happened.
Okay.
And he got deleted. Literally, they hired a goddamn Olympic track sprinter to run this nigga down on the freeway and literally hit this boy in the back of the head with one of them things, and it was crazy work. Yeah, so yeah, that's how that happened. So I will be covering that later tonight, because I know these guys because I've been in the studio with them a few times, especially Mo3. Like I remember when he was still trying to get everybody to believe that he was with Boosie way back in the day. So yeah. We're gonna talk about it.
Well, I'll be here, and I hope everybody has a great day. I'm gonna drop down.
All right, Mo. Appreciate you for coming through. Have a good day, ma'am. Have a good day. Diva, you want to get your final thoughts, ma'am?
Certainly. Drip, Shanika, thank you for having me. I enjoyed myself as always. Y'all have a great day.
Y'all. You too, man. See you later. Yes, RP Mo3 BJ. That's for sure, man. That shit crazy word, yeah. But see, when you do dumb shit like be on the phone when this shit is going on the same freeway, rapping and shit, like it was like you was too excited. Bro, they gonna ping that shit every time. If you thought you were finna get away with this shit, Trap Boy Freddy should be right there with him. I'm telling you, like, come on, man, you gotta know what time it is, bro. And guess what? Now everybody finna start snitching on each other. It's coming. They finna start snitching on each other. Yeah, come on, Prime. Stopping in the middle of the highway was a horrible decision, but he was gonna get hit anyway, Prime. He was in traffic. He ain't just stopped like he had to. I mean, because he wanted to, he had to. Shit, he was in traffic. And that boy got out, and them niggas got out too. And boy, the goddamn nigga ran a 4.2 and a 40. He wasn't bullshitting. Shit, went and walked that boy down. I'm talking about walk him down. Walk them down, man. Yeah, shoulders too. You right, Prime. I ain't even thinking about the shoulder shit too. You know what you know what, Prime? Yep. I'm gonna agree with you on that because if I was running for my life and trying to get away like type shit, nigga, I'm using everything possible. So I definitely agree. I
like driving on the shoulders, period. I just feel safer close to a shoulder where I have extra room to react.
Wait a minute. You drive on the shoulder?
Okay. No, I said I drive in the lane next to the shoulders.
I'm playing. Yeah, I mean, shit. Man, look. Oh, shit. Nah, but yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, RIP Mo3 for shit show. RIP Mo3, man. That's crazy, nasty work. Let's see. Stan the man, you want to get your final thoughts, G?
Yes, sir. Hey man, it's always a pleasure, man. To come to your show. Salute to you, Drip and Shanika. But I would say two things. Get the DNA test early, and once it's established, love the children more than you hate each other. And you through. And I'm out.
That's a bit. That's a bit.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta prioritize the kids at the end of the day.
Prioritize the kids at the end of the day is exact what needs to be done. You're absolutely right. So how you feel about that shit getting done at the goddamn hospital? Shanika, what you think?
Yeah, I think that's when they should do it, when they running all the other tests and doing everything else.
That's what I said too. Okay.
And now, as far as like with the wrong babies, like I don't know, I thought they had it everywhere where they put the little thing on there so you'll know, that the baby is yours. Just like you can't take the baby outside the hospital either. Like, but yeah, I think they should do the DNA test, at the hospital while the baby born. But I do think that. I don't know. I can see the good. I understand both perspectives because, when Sin made that comment about it clearing up a lot of cold cases, like I definitely see a benefit in that, just having everybody DNA. But then at the same time, privacy. Like I don't want y'all to have my DNA unless I choose to give it to you. Like whatever type shit. So, I don't know. I wouldn't say necessarily make it mandatory. But I wouldn't be mad if they did. So I'll say that much. Because I offered it. I made it easy. I was like, yeah, you want that? Because it's nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was Diva that was saying that. Like, if you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. It shouldn't be a problem. But I can see how, it can be taken as a you don't trust me type deal too. But I also know how family members are. And sometimes it's easier to just to shut them up. Like, bomb, here you go. So it ain't no question, no concern, like anything else. All right, we good.
That's true too. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I just did it.
I'm with you on that. Okay, shout out to Shanika, man, with the good close out. You know what I'm saying? That was shit, Sometimes, man, we need everybody decisions to kind of figure out what can be done to make it, something that's feasible or, something that don't cause a whole uproar or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, the fact that, people do this type of shit, that's what has to be done. I'm surprised they ain't actually been done it. Really cool. Money? Okay. Makes sense. Well,
because like you said, who gonna pay for it?
They blow it everywhere else. They blow it everywhere else.
I think they should tack it on the bill for the parents.
That's what I'm saying. And the insurance.
Let them pay for it. If you're gonna make it mandatory that they pay for their own baby. Like, leave me out of it.
Yeah, Omega, I'm with you on that too, gang. Sheesh. Us, we shortly. Nah, that's a bit, man. I mean, I think it should be implemented for the simple fact of all these bullshit cases going on. You know what I'm saying? That shit can be definitely stopped.
It's just the fact that it still don't solve the problem though, because you get the DNA test and they say it's not yours, but then okay, well, who is it then? That still don't answer that question. So it's just like, well, at least I know it's not you, and you can choose to still stick around, but still, like, I want to know who it is. And you still gonna have women that's just gonna be like, forget it, just to have no name on the birth certificate, and the kid's still not gonna know. So that's why I say it don't solve the problem. So that's why I don't know.
I feel you though. I feel you. Yeah. We're gonna have to figure it out one day.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure it out one day, folks. But the date just ain't the date. What up, Frida Green in the building? What up, gang? What up, gang? But nah, man, we'll be.
What up?
We'll be back later on tonight.
Still listening. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It still ain't too late to send a super sticker, or you can hit that thanks button after the stream over with. Still appreciate that.
Hit that shit. Hit that shit.
Hit that cash out whenever, 24/7.
I'm trying to get Chick-fil-A because Shanika ain't sent me my Chick-fil-A money last time. She catfished me on my cash out. She sent me a goddamn sticker that said
F me. You had done got yours. I thought your thing had started dinging off.
Wait a minute, you talking about things dinging off? Oh, who is they?
I thought you had got some cash apps. As soon as I said it, you were like, see, as soon as you said it, blah, blah, blah. Hit me with the cash app. I forgot who it was, but I thought you said like 2 or 3 people hit your cash app. So I was like, shit, they got it.
But how you know it was for the breakfast fund, though?
I let them have that.
Oh, wow. You just going to give them the breakfast fund? Okay, baby.
I'm saying, if you already
I'm going to give them your weed fund. I'm going to give them your weed fund in because I ain't goddamn me sponsoring your weed fund no more.
See, it worked in your favor because, see, now I had that in reserves and I got you later. That's all that was.
Not reserved now. I didn't see. Girl, look.
Say your final thoughts.
I can't stand this one, I swear. Shit.
I'm saying, as long as I got it, you always got, that Chick-fil-A on reserve. You got it in your pocket.
All right.
It's just in my pocket. That's the only thing. It's in my pocket.
Okay. All right. See how she take my money out? Take my money. Yes. My house and my gun. Looking at it. But nah, man, y'all know what time it is, man. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. We'll be back on later tonight. Shout out to the Drip Nation gang. Make sure you get your memberships, man. The memberships is growing. I don't know what the hell happened. Somebody must have told a friend to tell a friend to tell somebody else, baby mama, daddy, at the movie theater last night to say, go get a membership with Drip because, goddamn, man, we got a bunch of members now. Like, it's crazy work.
We deep up in this thing.
Crazy work. Like, man, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Make sure you get your memberships, man. I'm talking about we live for all the members who need help with their channels. Make sure y'all reach out and let me know. Goddamn me. And you through. Because we trying to get to the goddamn promised land. Miss Joy, we got you. We got Miss Joy up to her 500 and some subscribers plus. She through. Yup. She finna start getting super chats as soon as them hours get right. Yup. Through. Shanika already at 600 some followers. We getting her hours up. How many hours you got, Shanika?
Why you always be asking me? Nah, my bad, because I don't be checking. That's the problem.
You know what I'm saying? She might have 4,000 right now. Don't even know it. Might have 3,000. She don't even know it. We finna see though.
Yeah, it's climbing though. It's climbing. Like I check every now and again. I don't like looking too often because then I get fixated. But yeah,
I said the same thing.
It's definitely growing.
But you need to check right now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, right now. So we can see it in real time. Yeah. Mo Love say Miss Joy got her subscribers up and went to bed. Yep. All right. She through. That is insane work. Shout out to Miss Joy. She does. She through. Through. Raising Canaan coming on. I'm finna go watch it. After I go to the store, give me some papers first. I did it though. I smoked one blunt. Yep. Proud of myself. Yep. Just waiting on Shanika to check her hours. Take it forever.
I'm trying to do it on my phone because it's showing me I got 300 in the last 28 days.
Come on, 300 in the last 28 days. Come on, y'all. What we talking about? We trying to get it going, man. We trying to spread the love, Craig.
Oh,
show your love.
I'm halfway there.
Come on. How many hours did you start off with? Before you start doing it? Okay, there you go right there. And she halfway there. To what? 3,000 or 4,000?
To the 4.
Look, so she got 2,000 so much. I was trying to tell you, stop playing.
22, 27.
You can definitely simulcast with Drip Nation as much as we go on to 5, 6, 7, 8 hours every day. You will be monetized in 3 months. That's a fact. Watch my plug page go through the roof. Watch. And when I get monetized, I'm gonna have another party on the plug page. I'm gonna be like, damn, drip monetized already. Yup. The fuck? Yeah, duh. Yes, 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 and yes, and yes, and yes. Through. So
make sure y'all subscribe to the content plug. Turn on the notification bell. I'm telling you.
Lit.
You get gems and ASMR all in one.
And software. And get through. Get your software, ASMR, or drip working and talking at the same time, mumbling and shit. Like, yeah, and I got my see, I don't know what I did, but I actually messed up my goddamn stream deck the other day when I was playing all them damn voices and shit. So I got to get my shit back playing through the stream. I don't know what happened, but that's all right. I was doing a bit much that day, but we're gonna get it back going, man. We're gonna have more entertaining things. Actually, order me another. Well, go ahead.
Can you do me just one favor?
What?
Can you turn on a deep voice?
I don't know, man. Something happened. It's gonna take me like 5-10 minutes to actually run out that shit again. Like, I'm gonna get it straight to where you just a perv. I'm gonna get it straight to what it's like, so I can turn it off and turn it on, and not have to worry about like going back to. Damn, she ain't heard the shit. Turn the deep voice on.
Hey, fuck your voice. Turn the deep voice on.
Boy, I tell you, boy, the fucking coonery is real. The coonery is real, bro. Oh, my mom and them. That's all right, nigga. I got you, man. I got you, girl. I got you. I'm gonna get it right today, goddammit. Yes. So when you say drip, I'm like, yes. Turn that shit on, yes. What's going on, Demon? In the building. Straight up. But nah, man, we finna get up out of here. I wish everybody have a good day, man. You're going to work, put your seatbelt on, please. Get you some coffee. Positive vibes of America, Craig. If you're working at home, make sure you get your little, you know what I'm saying? A little hit of that desire. Get your little coffee. Make sure you're good to go for the world, Craig.
You know, put some pants on.
And put some pants on. Yeah.
Stop. Put some pants on.
Stop walking around in your drawers. Yeah.
Calling myself out.
Yeah. You know, Shanika, Lord Jesus, that thing be out there all day long. Just out there. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
So that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, we all finna do it right now. Get up and go grab you some pajama pants. At least.
Yeah. Get some yogas. Drip Nation merch coming. Hopefully within the next 28 days. I've been doing a lot of, picking, designs and shit. Women will have the yoga pants with the drip on it.
Makes you so
Drip Nation. You know what I'm saying? So, what? So what now?
What makes you so comfortable? I want one of those.
Okay, so once we get the first line out, then we'll have a Shanika's limited edition line.
Okay, I actually got a list. I actually have a list.
It's cool. We'll have a limited edition line for the women for Shanika. It's gonna have an egg on her shirt. It's an egg head. You know what I'm saying? For sure. All kind of shit going on. So yeah, it's definitely gonna come out. Females, ladies, women of the world, Craig. We will have y'all taken care of. Crop tops, hoodies, shirts, the whole nine. My moderators, I'm gonna have a separate line for y'all. It's gonna say Drip Nation Mod Gang. You know what I'm saying? And you through, yes sir, front and back for them guys for sure. And for the girls. So yeah, it's a lot coming, man. It's only one me. Shanika just here so she don't get fired. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, Shanika, you got anything else to say, man?
Stay sucker free in a land full of lollipops.
And don't trust a big button to smile. Ain't through. Let's go.